You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Suni and Mo.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey.
Hey, Don on the beat.
Hey, I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups.
so many ups.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
Congratulations.
Sorry, I got food in my mouth.
It's okay. Congratulations, Bryson and Shekinah. They're married. Woo, woo, woo. I doubt they're listening, but
They're on a plane to Tokyo.
they're actually in Tokyo already. I saw.
We're about to have fun.
When does he arrive there?
I don't know. They gotta text me.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a beautiful, beautiful wedding. I was just telling Suni about it. It was probably one of the most engaging wedding ceremonies I've ever been to. And on top of that, Bryson and Shekinah have the two most amazing families. Like, her family is super nice. His family is super nice. I've met a few of them on different occasions at different things, but like seeing everybody all together, like, what a good group of people, friends and family. They really did a good job of just putting together a really nice event for everybody and celebrating their nuptials and union.
Are
It was
getting
fun.
Emotional? What
It was
fuck's going
fun.
on?
Okay, so we all had a bet going. Okay, so it was me, Right Wing Angel, Craig, and Brandon Tatum, and somebody else. Anyways, we were sitting all together and we were like, okay, who y'all thinks Bryson's gonna cry when he sees Shekinah? And because Bryson said he wasn't gonna cry. And he didn't cry. We didn't put any money on it, thank God. He didn't cry, but Tyson James actually captured the moment he saw Shekinah, and he had to like post it on his story. And his face when he saw her, like, she came and entered the room and then was like standing at the, front of the walkway, and he just looked at her and he was like, oh man, like, that was his face. Like, she looks so beautiful. Like, you want to talk about a glowing bride? She looked glowing. Okay, glowing. He looked super handsome. His groomsmen all looked on point. Her side looked on point. Everybody was perfect. Then they did an amazing, you saw it, Suni. I said it to you because you were like, hey. They did an amazing dance as a family, both sides. They got down to some songs. Bryson and his mom, they did their groom and mother dance. That was really cool. Shekinah's side of the family, they're a little bit more traditional, because her family's white. Her side of the family's white, but Bryson's side of the family, they black. They black. So yeah, it was fun. Good times. We missed you.
Sorry. You know how you have an air bubble just stuck in your chest?
Yeah, you need
I'm
somebody
about to burp at any moment. Hold on.
Pretend I'm virtually burping you, Suni. Anyways, I'll keep talking while Suni burps herself. Suni, go throw yourself over the bed or something. Like over the counter. Anyways, guys, let me see if I can pull up one of the videos I sent Suni of the little dance they did at the wedding. All right, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up real quick while Suni goes and burps herself. Hold on. Let me just enlarge this. All right. So let me just point out, this gentleman right here is Bryson's dad. Obviously, this is Bryson. These are his two nieces, and then that's his mom right here, and then obviously the rest of his bridal party. But this is the little dance that they did, so you guys can see how fun it was.
All right, come on now.
I may have to pause this because we're gonna. Well, now I'll just let it play, and then I'll just mute it later.
Listen, bridesmaids, come on, get out here. You know what time it is.
Now pay attention to Bryson's dad. Okay, Bryson's dad, he gets down, man. He gets down. He's pretty funny. Hey, it won't stop. Why won't it play?
What did you do?
It's not playing.
Mo broke it.
So that was just a little bit. They did a couple performances.
That's
Bryson,
North Carolina, man.
that's
You could
North
tell
Carolina.
when people from North Carolina. You could just tell.
Yeah, it was pretty good. He did his homemakers. He did his homemaker song right after they sealed the deal and said I do. He did a little performance there. So that was cool. It was real cool. I enjoyed it.
It was nice getting videos and being able to see everything, even though I wasn't there. I stayed up all day to make sure I didn't miss this. Okay.
Aw.
I did not go to bed. I woke up at 2 and I stayed up the entire night until like 10 o'clock the
Aw.
next night and I crashed out.
I'm glad I was able to get it for you because I was kind of worried. I was like, I don't want to be rude and be like the one with my
Yeah.
camera up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was funny because right ring Angel Oliver was sitting right next to me, and every time I take up my camera, because I was like kind of sending you bits and pieces.
Yeah.
He was like, "Okay, cool, now I can do it." So he was he was like waiting for me to put mine up so he could put his up.
Yeah.
But there were after a while, like everybody was just recording stuff because I'm telling you, it was like a super fun wedding. It's
That's
like you had to
awesome.
capture it. So yeah,
That's awesome. It sucks. I wanted to be there for Bryson's wedding, but it would have been nice to finally see everybody
yeah.
and just hang out. You know what Kyle said?
What?
He was like, man, you're not so like, how is everybody doing? Right? He's asking me, like, is everybody meeting up? I'm like, yeah, I've been seeing videos and stuff. And he was like, you would have been out of control. And I was like, what? He was like, dude, you and Mo would have been drinking together. It's the first thing he brought up is Mo. I was like, such a bad influence.
Well, we would have had to bring our own alcohol. There was none there.
There was none
There's-
there.
No, there was
I
none
assume
there.
that.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, dang, why would you assume that I would cut up? Just like I would behave even if I did have a drink. I
But you
would've
know
just
what?
chilled.
You know what was really cool is you don't like when you're with a good group of people, to be
You don't
honest
need to
with you,
drink.
you don't need to drink, dude. These people, like if anybody from the outside would have come in, they would have been like, oh, everybody in here is lit up. Okay. Cause that's how wild it was. Like people were like Soul Train line. He had like bomb music. Don't get it twisted, y'all. It wasn't boring. Okay. They did have macaroni and cheese, and some chicken
Ugh.
wings for Bryson. Because
Yeah, 'cause he eats
Bryson.
like a child.
Bryson eats like a child, but they had like the food was good. They had like a coffee bar with donuts and stuff like prior, like right after the ceremony, so people could, get a little bit of caffeine in them and get kind of hype. And then everything was great. Like they did such a good job, and I actually appreciated there was no alcohol because then I was able to go home and not feel like crap the next day. So it was fun. It was fun. Listen, I told Sudi this. I said, there were a few people looking for you. Craig and Oliver, like we were in the line to get some like little snack foods, and they were like, where your girl Sudi at? Like I felt like I was like on the street corner. Okay. They were like, where your girl Sudi at? Because we're looking for her. Like, what's good, Sudi?
That's what I mean, bro.
I know. But dude, Craig was actually funny about it. He's like, I saw the video y'all did where she was like sticking up for me or whatever. He's like, I appreciated that. He's like, but no, he's like, I wouldn't have let her get off easy here. He's like, if she would have showed up, he's like, I would have sat right down in front of her and been like, what's up, Suni? It was funny. It was funny.
Look,
Yeah.
you know what? That was funny to hear. It just lets you know that there are people watching, regardless of whether you think they're watching or not, and they probably agree with what you're saying. And we don't. The most important part of that, like just them asking, is we don't all have to be friends to work together.
Yeah.
Like, it's a business for all of us. Everybody won't be friends. We're not always going to agree with each other 1,000%. And that's all I hope to be understood between all of us. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, you might say some shit that I just think is cringe, and it's okay.
Yeah.
If I say it's cringe, it's perfectly okay. But yeah, part of me was just like, why? Don't ask about me. But that's just me by nature. Like, bro, we don't, okay. I probably I would have been very standoffish and rude because I wouldn't have spoke.
See, I don't
I
think you
wouldn't have
would have
even
been.
attempted to spoke.
I don't think you would have been. I think you would have been disarmed because I'm trying to tell. I know you haven't met these guys in person, Craig and Oliver, but they're very like cool guys in
I don't
person.
think they're not cool.
No,
I
I
just know
know.
me.
No, I know, but I know you too, and I think that you would have been like, you would have laughed the way Craig said he was, going to sit down. I think you would have laughed, and that would have disarmed you, and then you guys would have had a conversation. But you know who else I talked to was Forgiato Blow, and
God.
I like him.
Oh God.
I like. Listen, he's funny. Okay, so he was telling me he actually used to watch our show until we had Magga Jackson on, who he doesn't like, and he told me some interesting things about Magga Jackson. I will tell you off the, off this or whatever. But he was like, yeah, he's like, weren't you the? He said to me, he said, weren't you the one that said that I was prostituting women? And I was like, me? He was like, yeah, it was some curly hair girl, and I was like, oh shit, he's thinking of me, right? Because he's thinking of the when I have my hair with the blonde curls.
Yeah.
And he's like, you change up your hair a lot. I was like, it wasn't me, dude. That was Magga Jackson that said that. And I think Sudi, and I said, I know Sudi, they were talking about that. I said, it wasn't me. I was on the show. He's like, are you sure? He's all, because I used to watch y'all. And he's like, I'm pretty sure you were talking shit. I was like, no, it wasn't me. I swear. I'm like, in fact, you can go back and watch our shows, because I always used to say, I actually like Forgiato Blow's music.
I mean, I'll tell him to his face, bro. Your music is doo-doo. You're probably a nice person, but your music sucks.
He is very, very nice. He's very cool, very nice. He didn't have any hoes around him. He was sitting by himself at a table full of people he didn't know.
Better. People behaved because it was Bryson, bro. They're like, you know what? Let's not get up in here and cut up.
No, he was cool. He was cool. And then I sat behind Tyson James and the Collins kids. The kids themselves were in the row in front of us because they got 15 kids. The Collins are 10 deep and Tyson James is 5 deep. Some of the most well-behaved children I've ever seen in my life. Okay. My 2 kids didn't behave as well as all these kids behaved. I was like, dang. It was amazing. What's going on with only 8 viewers?
I don't know. I don't know. I know. I don't know. All I know is I only got one notification from one of our channels, and it wasn't somewhere in the middle. Just heads up.
Let's see.
He packs there's your hero. Oh, Forgiato Blow. Yeah. Forgiato Blow. No, congratulations to Bryson. They're 3 hours away. I just messaged them. They're still 3 hours out. So I probably will not see them until maybe the weekend, because I know they're going to want to tour Tokyo. There's so much stuff to do there.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a more relaxed part of Japan.
Yeah.
So I can see them coming here to wind down. Yeah. And I was hoping my husband would be here because we had planned to take Bryson fishing.
Oh, you were going to do that?
I was just going to do it. Like, all right, let's go. Put on your life jacket. We already paid for it. You can't say no.
Oh,
let's go.
Lord.
Get on the boat. I was just going to take him out on the boat. But since I'm not brave enough to take the boat out by myself, I'm just going to take them to the world's biggest aquarium. And Shekinah's a big fan. So they don't know. They don't watch the show unless they just so happen to watch. We're going to have so much fun, bro. I'm excited.
How long is he actually going to be in Okinawa? Do you know?
No, I expect it to be like a day or so. Not too long.
Okay. And where else are they going?
So they're going to be in Tokyo most of the time. Mm-hmm. And then when they're here, I think they are crashing in American Village.
Mm-hmm.
There's a resort. towards American Village with restaurants and different things they can do
Mm,
if they decide to stay more days.
mhm.
But I just know I'm going to take them to the aquarium and we're going to go all the way north because to me, that's the best part of the island.
That's cool. Cool. Hey guys, do us a favor, hit the like button, get the chat rolling with some stuff. We'll throw some of your comments up on the thing. I'm going to play the Big Booty Judy song real quick because we forgot to do that when we saw Big Booty Judy, but we need to fix this algorithm. So while the Big Booty Judy anthem plays, let us know where you're watching from, what platform, what state. We'll be back in a second.
Big Judy, big booty Judy. What? Big Judy, big booty Judy. Big booty, big Judy, big booty Judy. Stop, I wanna see you move it. Yeah. Big booty Judy, big booty Judy. Big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy. Big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy. Big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy.
Damn.
Damn.
Big Booty Judy.
7.
right.
I don't know what's going on, but hopefully we get some more people here. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
been doing that lately. We start out with low numbers and then eventually it kind of sparks up.
You know what? I wonder if it's because I put Israel in our tags and maybe I need to take those out.
You think they would hide that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I put Israel, Palestine, Middle East. I put everything in there, just to kind of, but I don't know. Maybe they've got some type of watch list. Oh, man.
Some kind of watch list.
It's a watch list, man. It's a watch list. Anyways, guys. Well, because I've been out of the loop, I haven't watched news. I've been with family and obviously at Bryson's wedding. And Suni has been staying on top of the Israel-Palestine conflict.
Yeah.
We're going to have a deep conversation on that. And then we'll bring in some other fun news because that's more musties. You know what I mean?
See, I'm watching, but no notification was sent. A lot of people didn't get
weird.
notification. That's weird. And then some people say the live says it started at 7 p.m. It's all right. That's tech stuff. We'll figure it out. It has something to do with StreamYard. Yeah. We'll figure it out. But shout out to Julius, who's been my partner in crime. Him, Layla, and so many others who've been my partner in crime and really talking about this conflict and the bigger picture, what people are missing. I think it's interesting how people are now starting to see the bigger picture the day after Charlie Kirk comes out and says what multiple people have been saying for days.
Mm-hmm.
Days. Jeez. I didn't get a notification that says 8 p.m. for me, but I'm here.
So weird.
You better stop it before they clip you. Somebody's going to say clip Julius.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Julius, if you want to come up here, and join in this conversation, just let us know and we'll shoot you the link.
Feel free to come up.
Yeah.
Everybody's been listening to me talk, but they haven't heard you really talk. Where are you so far? Like where I know you don't pick a side, right? I get that. But after more information has come out, like where's your head on all this?
So I'll just tell you what I said to you earlier is I'm sitting back as an observer because obviously I don't have a side. If I had to like favor one side or the other, I don't know which side. I mean, I don't favor terrorism and that's about it. Okay. Do I love children and women and wanting to keep them safe first and foremost? Absolutely. But I do also understand the necessity to fight evil. So unfortunately, when you're doing that, there are some casualties that have to occur there. But nevertheless, I think where I stand is I'm just confused because I'm watching everybody's commentary and I've been watching it from the beginning, even though I haven't said much about their commentary. But to me, and you guys in the chat, let me know if you feel the same, but it's kind of like the Trump thing where I see people like they started out saying one thing. And then like when Charlie Kirk came out and said what he thought, and now Candace has come out and said what she thought, and other people have had their opinions. They're trying to slide in a change in what they were saying initially. and hoping nobody notices. But people like me who aren't trying to have my opinion heard, I'm noticing. I'm noticing a lot of inconsistency in what people have been saying about their thoughts, which tells me they're not their thoughts. You're regurgitating other people's thoughts because you don't know what you're talking about in the first place. So
Right.
you're just listening to what other people say. So I hate that these people with platforms are confusing those of you guys that don't really know anything about this conflict, right?
Hmm.
From your side, I think you're doing a good job of trying to disprove a lot of the misinformation that's going
Yeah.
around, which I think is super important to this because with every single thing we've gone through in the past 3 years where we're now like really aware of all the information we get when stuff like this happens, being able to discern what's real and what isn't is important. But it makes me mad because we're never going to learn. You keep showing with multiple things, not just this, multiple things where we have proven something was faked or exaggerated or taken out of context, and people still keep falling for it. And they're racing to have opinions about things.
Yeah.
And it's just exhausting. It's exhausting. And I think it's really, really destructive
Hmm.
in general. So,
I mean, yeah, I relate to what you're saying a lot
mhm.
with wanting to just sit back and observe and kind of just look at it. But like we had talked, there is I don't know what it is. With every story we cover, when the fire is not out for me, it's not out. I can't like put my fingers on it, even though it's a dim fire. I can't put my fingers on it and put it out because I'm gonna be waiting like, okay, when is this gonna go out? And I'm gonna eventually burn my fingers, right?
Yeah.
I just can't do that. So once and this is the same exact advice I gave to Julius. I actually sent him the link. He's gonna be coming on.
Okay.
I said, when you have exhausted all your avenues on a story, the best thing for you to do is to sit back and wait for the next lead,
Mhm.
right? And we're not going to be waiting long because this story has been ever evolving. Certain things were disproven, certain things are still up in the air. There's conflicting messages coming from both. So I do what you do. I observe until there's another discrepancy. That fire just doesn't go out for me
Mhm.
because there is so many lies. There's a video being shared right now, and I want to show you guys this. I'm going to pull it up while I'm talking. But there's a video being shared right now that is from 2022, but you
Mhm.
have people sharing it as if it happened yesterday,
Right.
right? This video is old. It's from 2022.
Mhm.
And so many people who are posting this that don't have blue check marks, that don't have, the wide reach, they're getting maybe 6 likes on it, 10 likes, a couple reshares. This is the stuff that we should watch out for. And this in particular is why probably a lot of people like me just can't put the fire out.
And what was that supposed to be? The bombing of the hospital? Is that what
So
that
this
video was
allegedly
depicting?
is supposed to be Hamas having a bomb go off and take obviously a left turn because it malfunctioned and blew up a hospital.
Mm.
But that's not what this is.
Mhm.
It's not what this is.
Right.
And it also coincides with what Israel's doing. And of course, we're going to get into all that. But I wish I can just sit and observe. I do.
Yeah. But
But I
Suni,
can't.
there's some things you are able to, right? Like there's other topics that I'm super passionate about that you sit back and observe. This is where that's what I'm saying. Like, I wish people I understand the need for people to want to be the first to share information, right?
Mhm.
But I think we need to say, okay, this is what you do really good.
Yeah.
I'm okay taking a step back and being a fan and an observer and a learner. Like I don't have to be right there with you going, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, follow somewhere in the middle. We got all the facts. No, Suni's got all the facts on this. I don't have the facts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I
got you.
feel. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to be okay to be like, this isn't my lane. This is
Yeah.
not my lane. And that's how I feel. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I
Yeah.
don't think this is important, but this isn't my lane. You and Julius, you guys do great on this. This is clearly what you are passionate about. I'm learning and listening just along with everybody else. I'm okay with that. What's up,
Yeah.
Julius?
You muted.
Can't hear you.
It said hi.
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 I have a question. Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me on. This is something I've been talking about for days now. I lost 600 followers because of it on Instagram. People
Crazy,
DM'd
dude.
me. They said you're anti-Semitic. They said I was following you. Now I'm unfollowing you. They said I thought you were godly. Now you're ungodly. They said, "Are you trying to get attention? What's the end goal? Why are you doing this? Why don't you condemn Hamas?" And yada yada yada. So I was, it is what it is. I lost followers, but hey, it's not like I know them all personally, except for one. But anyways,
Oh, somebody you know personally unfollowed you?
yes,
Oh, wow.
it's all good. I mean, this is just like the coof.
The
We
coof.
were, how folks were early on and they lost followers.
Lost
And then
followers.
over time, yeah, and they realized, oh wow, they were right. Same
Mhm.
thing it is now. We're early on catching all the bull crap. And I'm even following the IDF to see what things they say. You know, what's funny is that I almost talked about something this morning that they posted on Instagram. They said killing children should not be justified. I said,
Who's justifying
How-
it?
I was like, how ironic. And then I posted on Twitter because I knew I was safe on there. I didn't want to post it on Instagram. But I
Right.
knew if I did, people would be like, you pro Hamas? So I was like, I'm just saying, they're saying it's not justified. Yet there's stories from The Guardian of them using children as human shields. The talking point is Hamas is using human shield. Well, by definition, according to international law, I think the IDF is like legally can use human shields to try and wipe out the enemy. But that's a slippery slope because if they know their excuse is we warn them, but if everybody can't get out in time because hospitals have wounded people, children who are sick, elderly people, and they say we warn them, and then you bomb the enemy to flush them out, wherever the case you want to do, kill them, and there's human lives there, you're using human lives as human shields in order to wipe out the enemy. So
Yep.
technically, the
We're
IDF
human
is-
shields.
I mean, technically, yeah. Technically, somebody's going to unfollow you because of that green shirt. Come on now. Quit hating. It says, "Give me
Oh,
liberty," or I don't know. It's faded, but anyway.
It's faded. Look,
But my point is that on both sides, we're never going to know the information. I wish I had the article with me, but there's an article I saw on factcheck.org. I know, factcheck.org. But even they admitted that during war, there's going to be rumors and misinformation essentially coming out on both sides. That's
Mhm.
just the way it is. So if you understand that, you'll understand that we're not going to always know the truth. Now, Sunni, shout out to you because that video that you showed, everybody's showing where the rocket goes and comes right back like a boomerang. That's from 2022. I would love to post that. You know, I would love to shut people the heck up and be like, misfire, huh? From 2022.
yeah.
I love doing stuff like that. I don't care how mad they get. It's the truth. We have to start showing the fact that misinformation is coming out on both sides. Now,
Both sides,
there's a video supposedly of the doctors from the hospital around all the dead bodies. Now, I don't know how even true that is because that could be staged. Don't know, but it's very interesting to look into. Now, my
Well,
question from
go ahead.
my question for Mo is: you said that it's not your thing to look into. I'm curious why.
No, it's not that it's not my thing. I just don't have okay. The way I see it is I have nothing for me personally. I have nothing to gain by saying my opinion, which is children dying no matter what is terrible, whether you're used for a human shield, whether you willingly put a bomb on your back to go blow up an apartment building because your religion told you to do so is terrible. Okay. Me for, posting a video about that while at the same time saying human life is important. I don't care to do that especially when everybody else is doing it as well. Right. I
Yeah.
think the whole thing is incredibly complicated, and I myself don't even fully understand all the history of everything, right? So I'm just not going to speak on it. Do I have opinions about it? Of course I do. Of course I have opinions about it. I have said a few of those opinions, and people are said the same thing to me, like, oh, you think the killing of innocent life is okay. I can't believe you wouldn't condemn what they're doing to the poor people of Palestine. And I'm just like, I really don't understand how we even know what's going on over there, considering they told us they cut their internet and their power. So how are these videos getting out anyway? So that right there makes me very suspicious that anything we see is valid. And I've been burned so many times reposting some of this stuff. So that's why in this instance, I'm just going to, when I feel like I want to really say something about something, I'll say it, but I'm not having to post on this every day. It's just not my thing.
I got you. I'm kind of there, but I can't help it because when I see people being misled, especially by conservatives, I have to share it. Like something is telling me you have to put this out because people need to know that on both sides. But the problem I have is that I'm not saying that Palestinians are putting out misinformation, like pro-Palestinians. I'm not saying that. But what I've seen lately, it seems like we're getting a lot more misinformation from the IDF than we are the other side, at least in my opinion. For example, you see Charlie Kirk recently posted a post on Twitter about pro-Palestine people saying certain things about the other side. But if you look at Newsweek, they posted an article about pro-Israel people saying kill all Palestinians. So if conservatives won't even show that side, pro-Israel people saying kill all Palestinians, a big problem because then it shows their bias. They're only they get mad at Sunni and I for only posting quote unquote one side, but then they love it when the conservative post their one side narrative.
Right. Like people coming to me and they're like, oh, but these are God's chosen people. We have to, and that argument to me is out the window because I'm like, yeah, God's chosen people a long time ago for sure. But today, these people don't act like God's chosen people in Israel. Okay. So, and I'm not saying all of them. Again, I'm not saying all of them. But I also get suspicious, and people get mad at this, but I get suspicious when I hear people like Jenna Yellen saying, oh, the US can most certainly afford to fund Israel and Ukraine. Why the hell is the government and all these celebrities so pro-Israel? Like when I start to see the wheels turn in the direction of a country like Israel that is God's people, right? All of a sudden, y'all are pro-God when y'all were all against it. So like that type of stuff makes me agree with what you're saying, where don't believe all the hype. You know what I mean? Like I get like it's our natural instinct to want to defend Israel because they're our allies and blah, blah, blah. But I'm sorry, when's the last time Israel stepped in to help any of the shit we got going on here? They haven't. And neither has any other country. So that's why my opinion stays. I'm pro-America, and that's where all my allegiance lies. I have no allegiance to anybody else.
And can I also point this out too? One, I want to say, when they ask what side are you on, I'm on the side of truth for both sides.
Sure.
But this is what I find very interesting to me. I'm not saying that Hamas doesn't do this, maybe never, I don't know. But Israel, this was a post by a woman named Afrat Phoenixon. She posted this yesterday. She said, Israel rolling out mis- and disinformation policies justified by the war. Arresting civilians is one of their tools to silence us. And this came from Israel News, I think the website called Haaretz. And it says I can't pronounce his name. It's like Likud minister formulates emergency regulations to imprison citizens who harm national morale. So, Communication Minister Akari is promoting regulations that would allow him to direct police to arrest civilians, remove them from their homes, or seize their properties if he believes they have spread information that could harm national morale or serve as a basis for enemy propaganda. So imagine this is something
Right.
I agree with. What I agree with Anomaly about. I'm going to echo his sentiments.
Yeah.
Imagine Joe Biden doing something like that. Him
Right.
pushing an executive order to arrest us, seize us, the whole nine, because they think we're spreading misinformation. And this is coming from the Israel side. I'm not hearing about Hamas doing this or nothing like that. This is coming from the Israel side. So
Mhm.
why is it that they want to have these policies where, because that's a slippery slope. Because what if somebody trying to put something out and they can claim this misinformation and arrest that person? So now people are being arrested to speak freely,
Right.
essentially.
Well, I mean, to be honest, Julius, in Palestine, Hamas really controls that area. So trust me, those people don't really have any freedom anyways.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? So like they
No,
don't
and
have
I,
those people
yeah,
live in fear anyways. Like it's
right.
it's not a good
But
situation.
But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I say I'm not saying Hamas isn't not doing it as well. What I'm saying is that people act like Israel is like everybody's wearing white clothing and they're all skipping and through flowers and hugging and things like that. Then you realize that they got policies where they want to shut you up.
Mhm.
They have
Mhm.
used children as human shields.
Yeah.
They have done terrible things to women over time.
Yeah.
And just as recently as 2017, the guy was charged in 2018 for doing terrible things to a Palestinian woman and other women as well. So people act like Israel is so great, and I'm not trying to say it isn't. I'm just saying that there are some bad things happening, and yet the conservative movement, like Ben Shapiro, he all he ever posts is like, you want to talk about somebody who posts one-sidedness? Ben Shapiro does it all the time. Every single tweet is all about the oppression of Israel, but never talks about Palestinians, like the children who are dying, the women who get seriously, sexually assaulted. He never
Mhm.
talks about that. It's only
Mhm.
one side, and no
Yeah.
one calls it out. Matter of
Yeah.
fact, sorry, I gotta say this real quick. Ben Shapiro had this tweet, and I responded, but my tweets don't get really much engagement. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But Ben Shapiro has this tweet. He said, "So just to be clear about this, I'm gonna try to be like Ben Shapiro. So just to be clear about this, Palestinian terrorists that fired a rocket at Israel. It fell short and hit a hospital, killing hundreds of Palestinian Arabs. Hamas claimed that it was Israel, and the media immediately runs with the Hamas story. Sounds about right." That's Ben Shapiro. My response was, so just to be clear about this, Israel forces claim 40 babies were decapitated by Hamas with zero proof. Conservative media immediately ran with Israel's unverified story because of their bias towards Israel. Sounds about right.
Yeah. I mean, again, I go back to the fact,
I
it's
know
kind
it's always a tennis match. Goes back and forth every single time.
I go back to the fact that I'm just like, it's kind of like in my mind, and I may be like simplifying it in a Mo kind of way, but here when people say, "Oh, well, I'm Christian," I'll be honest with you, it doesn't mean shit to me that you say you're Christian. I'm interested in your actions. Okay, that's what's going to prove to me who you are. So just because you say you're from Israel doesn't tell me anything. Okay. There's evil everywhere. Case in point, I posted all the pro LGBTQ stuff that goes on in Israel. Hence why I said they are no longer God's people because God wouldn't stand for that. Okay.
Yeah, truth.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's
Facts.
crazy to me. So, this right here, this comment from Ninja 5150. Okay. I had said to Suni earlier, I said, believe it or not, this whole thing about people being put on a watch list and employers not hiring people that they see at these Palestine marches and pro-Palestine, whatever. I don't agree with that, okay? Because I don't want my freedom of speech impacted in any way and my right to say what I don't do and don't agree with, okay?
Yeah.
So as long as these people keep it peaceful, I have no problem with them marching down the street and for what they want to march for, right? I don't
Fact.
agree with employers saying we're going to put you on a list and you're not going to be employed here because of what you believe. That is not cool with me.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I was at a pro-Palestine rally
Oh, wow.
just past Saturday. It was super peaceful. They were super nice to me. They gave me water. I saw a little girl give a homeless guy snacks and water. They were just super nice. I mean, they had their chants, about Israel. It is what it is. But they were super nice. Matter of fact, even towards the end of the protest, one of the guys who's super pro Palestine, I think he's Palestinian. He actually gave a moment of silence for both Israelis and Palestinians who were caught in the crossfire.
Mhm.
So it's like, while one side is dehumanizing them by saying human animals, and then you have Ron DeSantis who said all Palestinians are anti-Semitic when there was a Jewish guy there who supported Palestine.
Mhm.
So it's very dangerous for Ron DeSantis to say all Palestinians are anti-Semitic, like all of them, bro. That's like saying all blacks are criminals, or all whites are racist. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's very dangerous. So for Ron DeSantis to say that, and then I actually went to a pro-Palestine rally, and it was very peaceful. I mean, you had a rally in LA that turned into a fight because a guy was there with his Israel flag and whatever
Right.
the case. So,
Right.
but nonetheless, at least where I'm from, Sacramento, it was
Right.
fine.
Yeah.
They were peaceful. They marched. They even cleared the streets so that cars could eventually get through. Because they did their march and said, okay, let's get out the street so that cars can get through. Like
Mhm.
that's peaceful to me. There's no
Mhm.
fight. There's no nothing. It was all good.
Right. Well, I feel the same. I mean, just like when I see people at BLM, pro BLM people, they're not all crazy. They're not. I mean, most of them don't even realize what they're marching for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's most of the time when I'm at rallies or marches or things like that, because I've been to a few. Most of the time, people have no idea what they're even for. They just love being a part of something, right? Which
Yeah.
is great. Again, I don't really care either way, but I don't know. That
Well,
so
also,
so
too,
that's why
it-
I don't really get involved in this discussion because of all of that mess. I'm
I
just
know. I mean, look, I will say this.
sorry. You're good.
No, you're good. This is what I will say. Even though we're so focused on the Israel Palestine, I guess the silver lining is at least the LGBT is like not being looked at as far as them promoting. I mean, they're still doing their thing, but at least it's like they're not taking the shine away to them, to where we gotta focus on them. So I'm like, that's kind of cool, I guess. So we gotta look at them anymore. Like I don't want to stare at videos of conservatives showing men twerking and doing weird stuff. I'm like, I'm glad that's not being shown. Just
Well,
saying.
just because it's not being shown doesn't mean
I
stuff
know
isn't
it's still out
happening.
there.
Yeah,
it's
and
still out
it
there,
makes
bro.
it makes me nervous too, right? Because while this is all happening, Canada is now imposing a $25,000 fine for anybody who misgenders somebody, right? So
yeah,
while we're all
yeah.
arguing back and forth about another country and their fucking problems, we're over here, passing bullshit. So, I mean, granted, that's Canada, but we're probably doing the same thing, right? Nobody's paying
well-
attention to what's going on with the speakership house, which if that gets messed up, those people are going to fund this war.
Oh yeah. Well, they kind of been funding the war.
Well,
They've
they've been, but I'm saying this whole speaker thing is aggravating to me. I posted yesterday, I was in the airport. Okay. Nobody's talking about the Mexicans coming over the border. And I'm sitting there in the airport watching with my own eyes as illegals board the plane before our own military members board the plane. Okay. With bags, shoes, backpacks, plane tickets, transportation, housing that we are paying for. Meanwhile, we're worried about what's going on in Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think the only reason why people like myself and Sunni are combating this narrative is because we saw how narratives destroy people. Again, look at the Koof, look at the Pokey Poke. It destroyed lives. It destroyed family. It destroyed, even Trump. I would argue since Trump and up until now, the narrative has destroyed family and friends and workers, co-workers. Because the narrative gets pushed out there. You got people who still believe to this day that Trump called Mexicans rapists. And then you got people who still believe today that the Koof, was the deadliest thing ever. You got people who still believe today that the Pokey Poke is safe and effective. Like there's no problems with it. So it's sad. So now with this Israel and Palestine, people are still going to believe it. They're still pushing the 40 babies thing. They're still pushing it. I still see conversations about that. And that's going to be used, guaranteed, in the election.
Right. What you got up here, Sunni?
Well, this is a House bill that Republicans in Florida want to make a federal law. And this is what DeSantis signed in April of 2023, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
This bill was proposed in January 2023. And what it does is it makes all of these laws here above misdemeanor, first degree misdemeanors, and can be elevated to a felony in the third degree if a threat is credible.
Mm.
Now, I think that this is really important to show because this conflict is intertwined with what happens here at home, right? This conflict is enacting laws that muzzle our speech as Americans. One of the reasons they created this law is because it said "vax the Jews." I went through and I looked at each example of what they felt was anti-Semitic, and I just wanted to see. I wanted to cross-reference, and everything they mentioned, everything they had an issue with, was so ambiguous to the point that you really can't even tell what the complaint is. I'll show you guys a few of them. I'm saying this because they use these conflicts to pass laws,
Mm-hmm.
and we're often ignorant of how these laws are passing or where they came to be because we don't feel like the geopolitical realm is where everything happens.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
That's why it takes up so much time, because it's every country or multiple country involved in one conflict. This one conflict is creating more anti-Semitic laws. For
Mm.
instance, you can't project an image against one's building or structure or another property, including synagogues, without written consent of the owner of the building. Don't we already have that? Don't you
Yeah.
already have to go in and ask, hey, can we hang this?
Right.
And they give you a yes or no.
Yeah.
It's okay. So why is this now a misdemeanor offense? How are you going to prove that this person did this against your consent because you're Jew? Like these are the things that I'm thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
Another law on here that was just really ambiguous, in my opinion, was this prohibits a person from willfully and maliciously interrupting or disturbing any assembly of people met for the purpose of acknowledging death of an individual. So if they're on a college campus, you're telling me the Palestinian students can't come out and counter protest peacefully what the Israeli students are protesting? Why are you telling these students that they can't mourn their dead? Because it's somehow anti-Semitic for them to mourn their fellow Palestinians as if all Palestinians are a part of Hamas. These
Right.
are laws that Republicans are fighting to make federal.
And especially the
because
ones
of this
here.
conflict.
Especially the ones here, right? Like if you're a Palestinian, you're in the United States, I would hope that you're not Hamas, that you're I mean, I'm sure there's probably some, right? But
I mean, there's yeah, that's debatable because there are people are showing videos of like one girl being like Hamas is not a terrorist group, but I don't think she's really like she'll know what she's talking about. You know what I mean? But they use that to say, see, they all support Hamas, and that's what's terrible about misinformation. That's
Yeah.
just one girl saying that.
Yeah.
I went to a pro-Palestine rally. They all condemn Hamas. They condemn Hamas to the T.
Right.
They were only upset with the 75 years of how Israel treated Palestinians. That was
Yeah.
it. They
Yeah.
never condemned Hamas.
Right. Right. Yeah. I don't know. This is all crazy to me. There was something I wanted to say and I can't remember what I wanted to say. I did see that video that Anomaly posted today, by the way, where he was talking about that. Oh, there's Suni. It was a good video though, for sure. I suggest everybody go watch it.
Real quick, Sonia, where do you get that information, that videos from 2022? Because I seriously want to post that. Cause I know people on Instagram are going to share it and be like, "See, it's a fake rocket. Don't you see it's Hamas?" No, I want to show and be like,
It's I actually sent you the thread that I found that video on, and it takes you to the original post that was posted in 2022.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's one of the things that people aren't paying attention to. This is Florida's commitment to doing business with Israel. You know, In order for Florida to show that they're committed to Israel, let's go ahead and muffle your citizens.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't say or do anything about it. This violates the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but we're not supposed to receive any repercussions from the government due to our opinions about their dealings in foreign wars or foreign politics. You're
Right.
not allowed to do that. You're not. But because war does this to people, it's called manufactured consent. They don't give a shit about their rights. They don't care about any legislation that's being passed. They care about being right on a conflict that pulls at their heartstrings.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this is doing.
Hey,
People aren't thinking straight.
speaking of heartstrings, so you know how everybody's like, oh, we got to save the children. We got to save the children. Can I just ask a dumb question? Where the fuck are the children going to go that we save, by the way? Like, who's going to save them? Who's coming in to save them? I want to know, because last I checked, we didn't trust our government with children. I don't know why we would trust any other government with children. Last I checked, the United States was the number one place of child trafficking, right? Everybody's involved in child trafficking, even down to orphanages and the Red Cross and all this other shit. So who the fuck is going to save the children? I just want to know, because everybody is spouting that, but what are the ideas on where they're going to go and who's going to come in and save them? I'm just curious. Like, I'm asking a serious question.
It's virtue signaling.
Right.
They don't have anywhere to place them. They just need to say something in order
Right.
to appear a certain sort of way.
Right. Like, is
It's the
Glenn Beck
ultimate virtue signal.
gonna fly a plane in and take them all? Where are they gonna take them? To who? Who are we trusting them with? Because the children are the most important thing. So, and we've already determined that we can't trust anybody with children other than the parents. So where are they going?
It's a good rhetorical question.
Mm-hmm. In
Where
the
they going?
chat, anybody know? Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, but that's
They
like,
keep bringing up kids. It's a way to pull at people's heartstrings.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of when pro-choicers say things like, "Well, are you gonna adopt all the children?" Like, it's like they made that argument as if I don't adopt them, I might as well kill them.
Right. And it's funny because I don't hear anybody about the kids that are walking across the border going, well, we need to save those children. Like, let's bring them and separate them from their families because we got to save them. Nobody's concerned about those ones. I'm confused.
Yeah, it is virtue. So this is also the problem I have with the Israel and Palestine is that it's virtue signaling, because they say, "Oh, the kids are dying. They're doing this to the kids," but then yet. See, this is a big problem I have, and I actually want to tell you guys this too. This is what I've noticed. What the argument is from the people who are pro-Israel. I gotta point this out because they say that there's a distinction, but I just don't think there is. I mentioned the fact that Israel has killed children. You know what I mean? When they said killing children should not be justified, I said they do it too. And one person said. He said the irony here is your inability to differentiate between indiscriminately killing babies and going above and beyond to reduce civilian casualties. So I responded and said, because F them kids, right? And he said, going above and beyond to reduce civilian casualties means that IDF is not targeting kids. And my response was, knowing innocent children, men and women, are in the area that will be bombed is immoral. And their response was, he said, absolutely. He moved the goalpost to Hamas, saying, absolutely, hiding behind innocent children, men and women to be bombed is highly immoral. Shifting it to Hamas, and I basically told them the IDF does the same thing. When they know that people are in the area where they're going to bomb the enemy, they don't care. That's using them as human shields. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Because in IDF's eyes, it's justified because they're trying to take out the enemy according to international law.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just crazy to me how they're trying to distinguish, saying, well, to reduce civilian casualties, innocent lives will be taken. And that's kind of what, I spoke with Justin on IG. Justin, God bless you for watching this, but it was the same argument. It's like you tell them that kids are dying on the other side. It's like, well, if you got to take out the enemy, lives are just going to be lost. And it's like, so use that same argument for Israelis. If Hamas attacks them and they take some children, that's just a part of war. Intentional or indiscriminately or not, It's still a part of war, right? War of omission is still a war. So you can't get mad if any Israeli kids are taken or killed, whatever the case may be. I hope they're not, God forbid, but you cannot get upset if you're just going to say it's just war for the other side, because that's not right.
What you got, Sumi?
Well, there's more misinformation coming out about this latest bombing that happened in Gaza of the Baptist Church Hospital. Excuse me. There is conflicting information coming from Israel and coming from Palestine. I'm going to pull up all the articles I can. Just give me 1 second. Oh my
I
God.
feel addicted to this because I'm not trying. I'm still trying to research everything right now. Like, I'm checking the USA Today, and they're saying that Israel and Hamas blame each other for what's happening. I'm trying to just like read through to see like who's doing what, who's saying what. So
yes, they do blame each other. But what's interesting?
I'm gonna go make a urination sample while y'all talk. I'll be right back.
What's interesting?
My virgin ears.
Hold on, let me move this. I'm gonna move some tabs real quick. I got a bunch of tabs open. Bro, excuse me. I've been trying to get rid of that since I sat my ass down. I'm so sorry.
Well, you must got some strong Wi-Fi. I can't even open one tab without the video moving all slow, like I'm on acid or something.
I do. My Wi-Fi is pretty dope. Pretty dope. If I do this for myself.
I got California Wi-Fi. I got California Wi-Fi.
I'll have to put it into the layover. All right, let me put this in a layover. I want you guys to see something really quick. So this, what I'm about to pull up, is the original message that came from Israel. And I want you to pay attention. Yes, I want you to pay attention to the name. So this guy right here is the digital spokesperson for the IDF, okay? Any message that comes through him is indeed confirmed. This is the first tweet that went out from Israel. Israeli Air Force struck Hamas terrorist base inside a hospital in Gaza. A multiple number of terrorists are dead. This is funny. A multiple number of terrorists are dead. It's heartbreaking that Hamas is launching rockets from hospitals, mosques, schools, and using civilians as human shields. Once again, pay attention to the wording because there's so many buzzwords here. Okay? This comes out, everybody starts reacting. Here's a few articles right here. Here's one. This is actually the New York Post. Wall Street Journal came out with an article. They updated theirs, but I'm going to show you theirs too. Wall Street Journal. Here we go. They have live coverage of it. They're updating the story as it goes, right? Because there's now this back and forth. But what was really interesting is the fact that Israel put up its own notification of this entire event. And what they do is they put the blame on Hamas immediately. This is a tweet from Israel. You guys can go look at this yourself. At the bottom here, you see videos attached. Okay? These videos are allegedly the moment the strike happened, and they're showing that these missiles came from Hamas. Israel then deletes these videos because people are calling into question the timeline. The reports from Palestine say that this happened at 7 a.m. earlier, the whole bombing. Reports from Israel say the strike happened at 7:58. So they are arguing the discrepancy of the 40 minutes. If this is indeed the video that shows the airstrike, why delete it? Why even update your status at all? Why? It doesn't make any sense. Okay? And another reason that this should alarm you is because the IDF has now come out and admit that they had an intelligence failure. Everything that we've been saying. He's now coming out and accepting full responsibility. It's on my phone. Hold on 1 second.
An intelligence failure.
Responsibility.
Hold on.
An intelligence.
An intelligence
Sorry,
failure in
guys.
regards to this, or you're talking about the initial attack?
The
that happened?
initial attack.
The initial attack.
Uh-huh.
The initial attack. I'm trying to show the inconsistencies from Israel's government themselves.
Mhm.
I have pulled this from nowhere other than official sources. That's it. So let me pull up this article. He takes the blame. I'm sorry. He's taking the blame from Netanyahu. I don't care. There have been protests upon protests upon protests over there against this man. Shit. Everything goes to shit conveniently when he could come in and save the day. I don't buy it. And no one else should. Put on your thinking caps, please.
It's quite suspect. I
This
hate
is
the
from
internet.
Times of Israel. This is not a Palestinian source. This is an Israeli source. IDF intel chief says he bears full responsibility for not warning of Hamas attack. Now, you guys remember when everybody was trying to figure out if Israel knew and Israel was claiming they didn't know? Well, now we know they did know, and now we know that the U.S. did indeed warn them days before this attack even happened, and so did Egypt. Days before this attack even happened, they had knowledge. They did nothing. 6 hours of absolutely nothing. And no one's going to call into question the timeline, the information, the videos, all of it. You have no questions. This government is shaky as shit. I did this by myself, a housewife at home, babysitting. How did I figure this out? And the experts ain't got it together. How?
I'm going to ask my dad about this because remember, my dad said there was no knowledge. They did not use traditional means of communication to plan this attack. So now I'm like, okay, my dad's not a news source. He's not trying to sell newspapers. He's not posting this. He doesn't even have social media. This is a conversation between me and him. He's hearing it from his guys in intel. Okay. They're just talking between each other. So my question is, who's telling the truth? Because as it is, I question everything. As it is, I question everything, especially everything I see in a newspaper or online. So I don't know. I'm gonna ask him about that. Can you send me that article, Suni? The one that you just pulled up from the Israel Times?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to him.
I just sent something on WhatsApp,
Let me see.
and if you want to pull it up, because it's some hours ago, but they're basically saying that. Well, I'll wait till you pull it up so we can talk about it together. I don't want to.
Yeah. This is why I
Yeah.
can't stop. Because of this right
Eh,
here.
Stop, won't stop.
Can't stop. What's that?
You can't. You can't.
That
Egypt
should've been-
warned. I just want people to see this. Egypt warned Israel. Intelligence from all over warned these people. The guy who says he's responsible for the intel says he is accepting full responsibility. But what do I know? I think people should ask themselves these questions, go look into all the sources I did, and I'll come up with your own explanation. But these are the things that I think people should be aware of, things that I think people should be looking out for, because misinformation is real on the right and the left, as you can clearly see. Okay, we got this.
Shout out to Suni, man. Follow the Christian Camel Times so y'all can figure out what's real and what isn't.
What?
I don't know, man.
Where'd the camel come from?
This Middle East, you know what I mean? The Israeli newspaper, the Christian Camel Times.
It won't let me pull it up. Can you send me a screenshot? Every time I pull it up, it says try reloading, something went wrong.
Are you
If I
talking to me?
send you on IG, do you think it'll work that way?
Try it that way. Let me see if it works.
All right, hold on, I got you.
Why does Twitter do this? Twitter does this a lot. You send someone a link and then you go to open it and the link doesn't work.
All right, and I'll send you the screenshot just in case too.
Yeah, it won't pull up on the computer. I can see it on my phone, but it won't pull up on my computer for some reason. So whatever. 1 minute before The Baptist hospital in Gaza was hit. Hamas announced on its own Telegram channel that they were launching their strongest rockets at the northern Israeli city of Haifa. No interception or impacts were detected near Haifa. Reminder, 30% of Hamas's rockets tend to misfire and land in Gaza.
That's supposedly. And then it goes on and says the specific rocket that Hamas said that were launching was the R-160, which is one of the larger missiles in Hamas inventory. The R-160 is a Palestinian name for Khyber 1, also known as Khyber 1 M302, which is Syrian-made 302 millimeter unguided artillery rocket. It is a derivative of a Chinese WS-1 rocket. This rocket is slightly larger than a BM-21 Grad. So, and that's what, okay, so I want to point this out. A lot of people have been saying that on Telegram, you can get a bunch of like information on everything. Because there are like people on Telegram posting about Palestine and people posting about Israel. So I don't know how accurate it is, but this is what's going on. So it's just one of those like wait and see kind of thing. Because again, it can be a misfire, or it can be the fact that maybe it wasn't. So
Just up in the air.
yep.
The reason is that this isn't in question is because of the Israel's response. Just leave the video up. Why take the video down? Leave it up.
Yeah.
Leave it alone and let people see it for what it is. But like I said, they're shaky on a lot. A whole lot.
Well,
I don't have
also,
any
too-
more to reveal, by the way.
So my dad said, he just responded in WhatsApp. He said, I said, Dad, why is he saying this if you said they didn't have any knowledge because it was planned 100% off the radar? He said, I don't know, but from our side, we were blindsided completely. No matter what they say publicly, we still look stupid.
Who's we?
I think
Like-
us. I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like he's saying that regardless of what comes out, it's not going to matter because there's going to be information, misinformation, disinformation, and we're not going to know the truth. The only way we would know is somebody is actually down there getting every single like. See, this is going to sound dumb, but the way we were live streaming during the convoy, I look at that same
Yeah.
ability to do during like Hamas. Because when we live streamed the convoy, we got everything, like every conversation, every action, whatever. But of course, it's different out there because you're literally in like a war zone. So it would be different, you know. But if we had live streamers like we did in the convoy, we would know everything.
But see, I said this to my dad. I said, Dad, wouldn't it be to his advantage or their advantage for them to say we had zero knowledge of this and admit to the fact that this was planned completely off the radar? So I'm like, why are they not taking advantage of just saying the actual truth of if that's what it is? So that people are like, oh, damn, they planned this off the radar. So that's where like my brain goes is like, what is this? Where's this going? Why is it going in this direction?
You want to know what I think?
What do you think?
I think, hold on, let me pull this up. I think that we don't pay attention to what is happening in other countries unless it's war. The Israeli government passes a law to limit the Supreme Court's power. They claim to be running off of a democracy. So why would you try to limit your Supreme Court's powers? There were several protests and several breakouts of civil war since this happened. This guy has been the most unpopular since this happened. I think he needed something to make him the hero, and what better than to use this conflict right here? Everything, bro, you can't say that you didn't have intel and then come out and say, well, we dropped the ball on the intel. That lets me know that you had intel. You can't take out, this is another thing that's not being talked about. Allegedly, they took out the entire sea excursion part of this. How did you know they were coming from the sea? How were you able to take those people out? Just take them out. But you couldn't take them out of the sky.
Yeah.
We're talking about Israel here.
And I pointed this out on Twitter. Somebody said he's fixing corruption. I said, bro, like they protested him since January of this year, maybe even before that. But they've been protesting him due to the fact that he's changing the Constitution. So they've been
Yes.
protesting him for months, maybe almost a year, if not longer.
Look
Then
at
all
all
of a
these
sudden,
people.
this happens. Yeah, like
It's-
hundreds of thousands of people came out to protest against Netanyahu because they didn't want him to change the fundamental of the Constitution, of their Constitution. And so this happened, and especially when the fact that the official admits
So
that he had failure.
we have seen the Israeli
Sorry, hold
people
on.
conducting,
My bad, Joe. I just want you
Oh,
to see the crowd.
I was gonna listen. I was like, oh, what was I to say?
I just want people to see the crowd because a lot of people are being deceived by thinking that these people are over here and they support everything. No, they're much like we are. Just like the Palestinians are much like we are. 47% of Palestinians support Hamas. Okay, 47%. How do we know which one of those people are being killed? Is it the 47% or is it the other population
Wait,
that gives no
who-
fucks about these people?
Who's that spraying them? Is that IDF?
That is. They're spraying
So-
the protesters.
What if you took that clip and made it through Canva and put the caption hundreds of thousands protesting Netanyahu for whatever reason, and then show boom Hamas attack? Coincidence?
I might do that. I don't know.
And then,
This
and
is
then-
just my conspiracy. I'm
Yeah,
hoping
and then-
I'm hoping Mo will entertain my conspiracy theory. Or
Hey.
does she think I'm far off?
I mean, I'm just questioning how do we know who that is spraying them? Is that like do we know who that is spraying them? They're
That's in
spraying.
Israel.
Yeah, I
that's-
know,
that's
but
that's the Israel government.
Oh, okay. I just couldn't see. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, I mean, sure, I'll entertain your conspiracy. You rub my back, I'll rub yours. Just don't be rolling your eyes when I'm talking about Obama and this
See?
damn paddleboarder.
Bro, we're talking of cannot believe you compared the two. Listen, all I'm saying is it's convenient for this to happen and for this entire blotch on his political career to just conveniently be gone because he's saving Israel from the big bad Muslim terrorists. The 30,000 compared to the Mossad. Yes. I just don't buy it. You want to know what the IDF soldiers are saying? Since people want to keep talking about Hamas.
Hmm.
You want to see this video I found? This fucking disgusting ass video?
How do we know it's real, Sudi?
Here we go. I'm the arbiter of what's real or fake. Clearly. I've been calling it out. I think it's safe to say that people can trust me on this. Just trust me, bro. I've never said that. Just trust me, bro. I got you. I promise. All right, check this out.
Are you a IDF soldier?
Yes, I am.
Didn't the IDF they bomb Gaza and they
Yeah, of course.
they killed hundreds of children?
I don't know about it. Okay, I just know that we bombed them because they bombed us. Okay, and
What about before that? Why did they bomb you guys?
I don't know why. Okay, maybe something like a lot of years ago, but
You don't know the information? Before Israel, 1948, it was Palestine.
yeah.
no, it's called Israel.
No, it was called Palestine before 1948,
Maybe it is.
and it still is. Right now, it's occupied Palestine. Yes.
Yeah.
I wish IDF promoted them, okay? And I wish the IDF find you and you, okay?
Why?
Okay.
No, I don't know.
It's only Israel, no Palestine. And if you talk it like again, I will shoot you in your okay?
Wait, does he kill innocent Palestinians?
I kill every Palestinian city.
So every Palestinian you see, you kill.
Every Palestinian city,
I don't,
All
I
right.
don't know. I'm not saying that's not real. For some reason, hold on. I'm not saying either or for
Yeah.
a split second. It was like dubbed over. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
It looked dubbed
yeah.
for a second.
I
That's
saw
all
that
I'm
video too, and I thought the same thing. I was like, I don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't know about that
Bro.
arbiter
on
of
your side,
truth.
Sunni.
This
I'm
is what
on
I
your
mean,
side.
bro.
I'm on your side.
Confirmation bias. Hold on. No, let me call y'all out. If you see Hamas, if a video says, bro, this is Hamas, and this is what Hamas is saying, you're not going to second guess it because you know those Muslims hate Christians. All right. They hate Jews. They do. You're not going to
Yeah.
second guess it. And it's because of everything you're told about Hamas. But when you see an IDF soldier, I don't know, bro.
No,
I
hold on.
mean,
Whoa,
I'm not
hold on a
saying,
second.
come
Hold on.
on,
Hold on. Pump the
come on.
brakes. If those flags were reversed on that video, I would have said the exact same thing.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And
I wouldn't have.
Sunni, you saw my Instagram page. I'm
I
just
wouldn't have.
saying. But all I'm saying is I'm not saying it's not real. I just said for a split second it looked dubbed. But I've called out IDF soldiers, so that's why I'm not totally against it. I called them out. I'm the one saying that they've done bad things too.
To me, it was just too easy. It was like if I called up Sunni and I'd be like, "Yo, Sunni, let's do this funny skit where it looks like we're on a video doing a live or whatever, and you and I have this like." That's what it felt like to me.
That I disagree with that. It's like a little skit because there are IDF soldiers that look like that, and you can watch them on videos. So see, but this is the thing, right? In New York, even though it was pro-Israel protesters, they were saying kill all Palestinians. So how we know this doesn't go reach until the IDF? If the IDF has done things to Palestinian children when they lock them up, going to their houses and raiding them and killing children in the process, they've admitted to killing children in their raid. It's not too far off to say that they're feeling that kind of way, because they also been told things too. There's a video, I didn't even share this on Instagram because I think people would flip. I might do it anyways, but there's a video where one side was showing that Palestinian kids were being taught to hate Jewish people. But then there's another video of Jewish people, Israelis, being taught to hate Palestinians. So both sides feel a certain way about each other. So when they grow up, they're join the war and then go do what they gotta do. They feel it's right for their country.
Yeah.
Man, these people telling on themselves.
Who, me?
No, not y'all. Just in general. This war, bro.
Don't come for me.
It says the responsibility is mine for the Gaza failure. Monday, the head of the Shin Bet security agency said he was personally responsible for the lack of early warning for Hamas's murderous October 7th attack on southern Israel. How, Sway? Like I just how do you bomb that? If you have a credible threat and you have this information, how do you just not respond to that? To me, this is like Benghazi. Like, how do you not respond to being invaded and having information of this invasion? I would love to ask these people that. No, I'm just asking. I want to ask them that. Like, what happened that day? What did you do with the information you were given? What happened? And how did it miss, like, all of y'all?
Yeah, I mean, they have the strongest forces. Like, I mean, maybe on the planet, and somehow Hamas got in. It's like, how'd you leave your front door open when it's always locked?
The dog, bro. Like, the dog. They call them trash. The animals. Like, how did the peasants get into the kingdom, bro? Like, what? I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to be laughing, but it's like they think we're stupid enough to buy this shit.
But see, what gets me still is that aside from the fact that this has been going on for a long time, it's just like even before this happened, there were still issues with Hamas. People keep saying Hamas attacked first. Well, go look at September of this year. There were issues. They were having back and forth problems. Go look at August.
They were bombing the shit out of each other.
You know what I mean? So
it really was bombing the shit out of each other.
Like that
women and children were dying, Mo. Women and children died. Okay, and nobody put.
Sorry,
So
I almost said I really don't care, but I do.
But that's what makes me wonder why now it's such an important time to talk about this when they've been doing it for the entire year.
We had a civil war brewing.
Yeah.
They wanted his ass up out of there.
And what way to get rid of that? To cause an actual war.
It's World War III.
How are you giving information and yet 6 hours go by?
we'll see what happens.
Trust the
Let's see what-
plan.
Okay,
Oh, God.
trust the plan.
Wait, can I ask y'all a question? Did you see Trump say he would go to jail if he would trade himself for some? What the fuck did he say?
A hostage?
I was so mad.
He would trade himself for a hostage?
I said, "You shut your ass up." This
Watch it.
old man.
Watch
So,
it.
he's like, I'll take one for the team because I do this.
Bro,
for
where
other
is it?
people."
I took a screenshot
Y'all
because
better
I could
stop
not
making
believe
fun of
he
my
said
boy
it.
Trump, man. Y'all
Girl,
better
he-
stop
I'll
making
take
fun
one
of
for
my
the
Y'all know what
team.
I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all
I'm
seen
in
it.
the jail. They can lock me up. They
I
can't
would go to
take
jail if it
away
would bring.
my
He said if it
freedom.
would bring all those people back or something like that.
Trump goes
Trump-
full Braveheart.
He martyred himself so hard.
Mm-hmm. Don't forget, y'all, the same social media that's lying to you now told you that Trump was about to be behind bars.
Look at her deflect. Typical Trump supporter.
Because I go back and forth. I love Trump. I love him, but I'm still going to
You can
criticize
love
him.
Trump and call him out for his weird ways.
I do all the time, don't I?
Bro, I gotta find that tweet because Buddy said he would go instead. I was like, shut the fuck up.
Buddy.
Yes, that's his name. Buddy
Oh,
Trump.
oh, you called
Oh.
him. You called Trump Buddy?
Yeah, homeboy was tripping.
Oh Lord, was it on his?
I'm like,
Truth
I gotta
Social?
find that. It was. Look on his True Social. He said
me
something
see.
about going in place of these people. I remember because I saw the red check mark next to his
When did he say
his,
this?
this was yesterday. I saw this yesterday.
Okay,
I took a
hold on.
screenshot because I was so flabbergasted.
So I'm a little distracted. Somebody said something online that kind of bothered me, but I won't go into it.
You already brought
Go
it
ahead,
up.
go into it. Buy me time to find this tweet. Go ahead.
It's about Britney Spears.
Oh, about her abortion. Yes.
She said, I had an abortion because Justin Timberlake didn't want to be a father. Now,
What the
Yeah.
now, let's. I mentioned this before, and Sunny, you would agree with me that women do get coerced into having an abortion, right? But when I read the article, she was saying that because Justin didn't want to be a father, she agreed to it. She consented. So I
Mhm.
don't think there was any manipulation. It was just she agreed to it. So my thing is that she chose to take her baby's life because she didn't want to be a mother. So when I mentioned that, like Ashley Sinclair, she's like 70% of women are coerced, and it's like you're not wrong, they're coerced, but I don't think in this case she was, because she would have said I had no choice, meaning that she was coerced because he told her something, but she agreed to it. And then on Instagram they was like, well, she was only 18, doesn't matter, she still made a choice at the end of the day. She could have chose to have the baby, but she blamed the man. I'm like, it's just funny how she's blaming the man for her, irresponsibility.
Wait, Britney Spears.
See, I'm gonna say something controversial right now, okay? And y'all know I'm pro-life. But thank God she didn't have another baby, okay? Because we do not need that woman to be responsible for
But you know
another
what, though?
life.
But
For
see,
another
that's
life.
I'm
But that's
still
the problem.
confused though.
Why are they bringing this up? Why is this even?
well, I guess she talked. I don't know why she
Why?
talked about it, but I don't know. But
Wait, Britney Spears got knocked up by Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake.
Justin
when they were
Timberlake, Justin
dating.
Timberlake, yeah, and she said
It
that.
is 2023.
Yeah,
Oh hell no.
but I find it interesting to me because she blames him, but then she still made a choice. And somebody online that I know was like, she did that clump of tail a favor. And I'm just like, I just don't like that. Like, that's dehumanizing. And I can't stand that. That's just me. I just can't stand that. If you're gonna, and people are saying that, they're like, well, maybe she did him a favor.
Did
Okay,
did
buddy.
Justin a favor?
No, did the baby a favor by taking
Oh.
her life.
Well, I mean, here's my thing. I don't even understand why she's bringing this up to begin with. Okay, I don't know what's coming next. It's kind of like the
she
Jada.
rode the fuck off. The bitch
It's
is
kind of
crazy.
like the Jada Pinkett thing, where I think they figured out the formula. Let's create a controversy, and then, oh yeah, by the way, I'm selling a book.
Go write my book. Yeah. Can we
Mhm.
talk about her?
Yeah,
Peanut
let's
head
talk
ass.
about her. Let's talk about her.
She's
Let's
crazy.
talk about her.
Yeah.
So
I don't know much about what just recently happened, but I can just tell it's just not good. I mean, the fact that she had to humiliate Will by saying, it was an entanglement. But they're both weird. You got Will on video getting massaged by a man, like, men know what a man wants. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that's super gay, bro. Like, that's
Oh, the
like,
video of Will Smith. Did you see that? Where
Of
he's
him
getting
talking?
He's getting massaged by a dude, and he said, "A man knows what a man wants."
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
it's super
Swear to
weird. And
God,
then
that was weird.
Diddy supposedly came out and said he had to almost fight Will and Jada for trying to flirt with Jennifer Lopez. It's just like,
Okay, Jada.
All right.
Okay, this is you. I'm gonna shut up.
So I'll just read the caption real quick and then we'll play the video. So after setting social media on fire with her bombshell revelation about her relationship status, was it really that bombshell with husband Will Smith? Jada is speaking out once again, but this time to set the record straight in a sit-down interview with whatever the hell her name is on the Today Show. The Girls Trip actress makes it clear, Hoda, that she and Will are working hard to reconcile their marriage. There's no finding another great love. And I think that at this point, she said, it's like we are in a place now that we are in a deep healing space. What does that even freaking mean when people say that? And we are really concentrating on healing the relationship between us. As we previously reported, in an earlier interview with Hoda, Jada shockingly revealed that she and Will have been living separate lives for the past 7 years. Despite that, she told Hoda this morning, there's no divorce on paper. We really have been working hard. That's the whole thing. We are working very hard in bringing our relationship together and back to life partnership. So let's watch this video.
Another great love.
There's no finding another great love. And I think that's the point. It's like, we are in a place now that we are in a deep healing space, and we are really concentrating on healing the relationship between us.
So it may not be the divorce on paper anymore?
There's no divorce on paper.
I mean, not on paper. There might not be a divorce in theory anymore?
Yeah, no, we really have been working hard.
Oh.
See?
Okay. Well, I didn't know that.
We might. I was trying to think.
Well, wait.
Totally missed that on the whole. That's the whole thing.
So wait, just
Yeah,
so I'm
my
sure
chalkboard.
here. You were divorced, not on paper, but now we might be a point where we're back together.
We are working very hard.
What? Answer the question.
Yes, bringing our relationship together.
Back to a marriage again.
Back to a life partnership.
You don't want to say marriage.
Thing about husband-wife marriage for me, for my healing process. I came into that with very specific ideas, right? Very specific ideas that were blocks to me just seeing Will as who he is. He can't be this perfect, idealized husband.
Yes, of course.
I have to be able to accept him for the human that he is.
You know what?
He accepts me for the human.
Can you pause this real quick?
I got something to say about
It's
that.
almost
might,
over.
like,
Hold
live in
on.
the same house
Okay.
and have the
Yeah, thing about
Tell me.
There it is.
husband.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, so here is I'm going to really shock people with what I'm going to say right now, but
No, you shock us.
I'm going to shock you. I'm looking at this a completely different way, listening to her response to a
Uh-oh.
lot of what this lady said. His comments on a man knows what a man wants is not the first weird thing he's done. Will Smith has played a gay role, an openly gay role, where he was busting it open on camera in a movie. She says she had to learn to accept her husband for who he was and not the idea that she had in her head. She had very specific ideas of what a husband was supposed to be like. To me, that signals he didn't quite line up to maybe being a man. I'm just saying.
That's where I was gonna lean to. That's because when she had to emphasize not the idea, listen to my word. I'm trying to brainwash you. That's what I kind of got to, because she mentioned that he's not the man that she thought he was, but that tends to happen. And I'm not trying to sympathize with her, but saying that women will get with a man, and both men and women do this too. They'll get with somebody, and they almost have this expectation of what they should be to them. And when that person doesn't live up to their needs, it's a problem for them. And it's like you can't control that person who they are. Now, with Will's his sexuality is definitely in question since he did 6 Degrees of Separation, the massage video. Matter of fact, even that scene in Bad Boys 2, when the boy is trying to date the daughter, and he's like, "You ever did things with a man? No, you want to?" I was like, I don't.
Hold on, look at this.
I can't rock with that.
Look at this, man. This woman, I low key, I'm gonna read her book. Is her book out?
Yeah, Worthy. It's called Worthy.
So we can get a PDF version. You don't have to buy an actual book, right? I'm buying this book. Okay, and I'm gonna read it because can you play that clip one more time? That last clip, please.
Hold on 1 second.
She's saying so much without saying so much at all. This is odd.
Okay.
I'm just thinking about why women step out. Most of the time, it's an emotional connection that they're lacking. No excuses. But why do women cheat versus men? Okay, this is the last clip. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Husband, wife, marriage for me, for my healing process. I came into that with very specific ideas, right? Very specific ideas that were blocks to me just seeing Will as who he is. He can't be this perfect, idealized husband.
Yes, of course.
I
Can you
have
pause
to
this?
be able to
She's mad defense, bro. This bitch is locked in. Look at her. She's like, you're not listening to me. I had very specific ideas, and those were blocks. I'm sorry, but it seems like Will did not measure up, and he's got some shaky shit going on with him. I'm just saying.
So before you read the book, remember this the meme that was going around of him crying, right?
Yes.
I'm going to send you the episode of Red Table Talk that meme came from, because it was in that episode that they talked about what she's talking about in there.
And what is it?
I watched it when it first came out. So it was the same one where she talked about how she had the entanglement with August Alsina. And I think she talked about she outlined the year that she turned, I don't know, it was like some big year that she was having a birthday. And Will wanted to throw this extravagant party for her and have all her friends and make it this big thing. And she did not want that. Okay. She was like, I don't want that. You didn't ask me what I wanted, and you just went ahead and did it. And Will was upset because she wasn't grateful for that. Okay. That was one example. The second example she gave was when they bought the property that they live on, that Will wanted all this property in this big house, and she didn't want any of it. So she was kind of like alluding to the fact that her whole marriage had been about making Will feel good and Will not paying attention to what she wanted. So my question from that actually is the opposite of what you guys are saying. Is I think Jada's the one that's swinging the other way. Okay. And she didn't want nothing to do with Will. And Will didn't quite understand that. That's what I think.
I can see that too, because I wasn't you that I was talking to. Maybe it wasn't. But I was like, she's going to come out as lesbian. Like, I'm telling you, she's going to come out as lesbian because there's just something wrong with her.
Right.
And maybe this video that I saw of him just being like extra fucking zesty.
Yeah.
Got my spidey senses in the wrong direction.
Right.
But just how serious she is in this moment, bro, is fucking odd. She's like locked in visually with this lady. Like, bitch, listen to me.
Right.
Can I just say
But then don't forget that Will also had a YouTube channel solely dedicated to him going out and doing these crazy adventurous, like very manly things.
So that's why, okay, so this is what I'm going to say too. Aside from the suspicion of his sexuality, I do think that in recent years, you're right, the YouTube really like blew him up a lot. And I think that him kind of exploring more of that, like the dangerous stunts, and then the fact that he's making music again, like he's getting better with his flows. I think he's like becoming something more, even when he's getting older. And all Jada has is the table talk. And it's like, who really watches that? You know what I mean? So she's watching him get even
Bruh.
bigger, and she's like, I'm not in the spotlight. So how can I make it about me? I know that's
See, I can consider all of this, but this is
Hey,
just not right. Her legs is
maybe they
wide
were-
open and his are crossed.
Maybe they were like both swinging the opposite. I mean, because remember there was
Maybe.
always
I've
those
heard that.
swingers. There was always
Yeah.
those swinger things, right?
Maybe.
Those rumors about them being swingers.
See,
I've heard that.
I
too.
don't want to feel bad for him so bad, so bad
Yeah.
that I'm just looking for ways to make her the villain. But he's a man at the end of the day.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's-
and
So
he
that's-
dictates.
this is it. Jada said when she was asked, more about this, she said, "That's still my man. I just call us life partners, but he's my dude. He's my right hand." Steven
Yeah,
said that
that-
the people were surprised when she revealed that she. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Anyway, she said, "I wasn't ready." Jada said, "Listen, uncoupling consciously, whatever the see these fucking bullshit terms. Uncoupling consciously is a very difficult thing. And so, in the process of learning how to, I had a lot of things I had to resolve. So it wasn't like a war in public. I didn't want that for Will and I, and so I really needed time to get myself together. So something was wrong with her."
Maybe, yeah. I don't doubt it. I really don't. But it's look, you pulled up that picture, Bo. Okay,
I know.
you
I
pulled
know.
up that picture. I just think it's mighty convenient that this video of this man is circulating all over the goddamn internet, and he
Only a man knows what a man needs.
look at her face, bro.
She's like, this
Look
is
at
not
her
the
face.
idea.
Wait, go back to it
That was
again.
the moment she knew that he was not the idea that he lived up to.
Go. I
Look
want to see.
at her face. I'm
Expand
gonna slow
this
this
shit.
down, bro.
And expand it full screen because I want to see.
Only a man knows what a man needs.
Look at
Dude, the
look at her face, bro.
She's like, every time. I keep telling him not to do this.
She
good
was not, bro.
That's
Listen,
funny.
maybe
that's
she's
what she knew.
traumatized by his actions. I don't know. I think a lot of us are feeling way too bad for Will Smith, like myself, and we're not looking at this in a very objective way. I can admit that. All right.
Yeah.
I've got a bias towards women because 9 times out of 10, we already talked about this on a couple shows ago.
Mhm.
We are not simple creatures. We're not. We don't understand ourselves half the time. And half the time you need somebody who is just as irrational as you are to talk you off the ledge. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
I feel bad for both of them at this point because
Nah, man. Will's in the sunken place, dude.
I think both of them
The
are. Their
sunken place.
relationship is,
Oh my god.
their relationship is like onions, man. There's just a whole bunch of layers. I have to get going. I have to deal with the crisis on my own. So I
See, it
appreciate you
is-
guys for having me on. God bless you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and comment below what you guys think. It helps out the algorithm. Please make sure you support your local somewhere in the middle USA. So
Thanks,
God bless you
Julius.
guys. Take care, and I will see y'all.
All
Thank you.
right.
Pre-
Okay,
Yeah,
wait. I gotta play another clip because this is the other thing she said. If Tupac was
Oh,
alive, him and
Jesus.
Will would have been good friends. So let's hear what she's got to say.
Survived Vegas, he and Will would have ended up being really good friends. You know, they would have had a lot to offer one another. And funny enough,
Could that mean that Tupac a lot to offer one another?
Wait, but didn't she say he proposed to her? So what would they have to offer each other?
I don't know. See, we can't believe nothing that comes out of Jada's mouth because first of
Mm.
all, she went on Watch What Happened Live, and they asked her how you keep it spicy in the bedroom, and she didn't. She lied through her teeth then too. So we can't believe a word she says. Women lie.
Wait a minute. What is that?
What do you mean?
What she went on? What?
So Watch What Happens Live is Andy Cohen's talk show on Bravo. And she was on there a couple years ago, and he was like, "So how do you and Will keep it spicy in the bedroom?" And she was like, "Well, I mean," she danced around that topic until she was like, "I don't know." And you know who she was sitting next to? None other than gay ass Queen Latifah. Her and
Good
Queen are super
Lord.
cool. They're close, man. They're close.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Let's see.
Will was the only person when I started dating him. Pac never said anything. If I dated anybody else, Pac had something to say. He didn't think anybody was good enough, which I understand, right? But when I started dating Will, he didn't say anything, which meant to me, it
meant to me he wanted a piece of it.
Oh my God.
Sudi, we might be onto something.
Don't be disrespecting Pac like that.
No, I love Pac, but he was in jail. Okay, so you know what happened. You know what happens in jail.
The disrespect right now.
Yo, Suge Knight. I mean, come on.
Disrespect.
Dude, he was probably Suge Knight's Suge Knight was his Bubba.
Do you hear her talking about Pac like this?
Bubba. Yes, Queen Latifah is gay.
You are giving DJ Vlad vibes, and that nigga's a Jew.
By the way, dude, DJ Vlad was on the Breakfast Club, and he said on that interview, he was like, because they're crediting him for helping to solve the Tupac murder, and he's like, well, they tried to get me to turn over the footage for a long time, and I was really hesitant. So I was like, oh, well, that proves he ate the feds.
He said hesitant. Not he didn't do it.
He was like, we didn't want to do it. He's like, because we don't do these interviews and turn them over to the feds. That's just not what we do.
Oh, feds say that. See, you can't. You don't know how to read a fed. We know he's not a fed because he said he's not a fed, but he does fed things every time he does a damn interview by talking about people's previous crimes and their criminal history and bodies that they allegedly claimed. Mo, why are you doing this to yourself?
I don't know, because it's fun.
You need to let Vlad go.
I love Vlad. I just wish I never saw what he looked like, because I just wanted to imagine in my head that he was black. You know what I mean? I didn't want to see what he really looked like.
Oh gosh.
Let's keep listening to what Jada says.
His own way, he approved.
Yeah, wait,
right,
anything,
right. He didn't say anything, which was like, okay, and not a word, which made me believe he approved. If Pac had.
All right. Y'all, I asked Suni this earlier, but why they do an Angel Reese like this? Okay, Angel Reese, y'all remember Angel Reese? She was the woman from the LSU basketball team that made headlines because they said she was acting ratchet on the court and blah 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 blah. And then Suni, ghetto. And then Suni and I talked about when Sports Illustrated put her on the cover, they didn't put no effort into putting a good team together to make her look hot like they do everybody else. And here they are again. Okay, she just signed an NIL deal with Reebok, first major NIL signee. Okay, and this is the picture that they put up. Why? Dude, those edges look like they haven't been relayed in like 3 weeks. That wig.
Maybe because this was after her game, and they say this is a good photo. This is after she tore them up on the court.
This is terrible.
I don't know. I feel bad for you, Angel.
I feel bad.
They're doing you wrong. Every time they put you on the cover or something, they got you looking rough and tough.
Every time, but it's like she's the only one they do it to.
It's because she black. Like, let me stop. I don't know why they're doing it to her. I don't know either. I'm just playing. I don't know.
And I was trying to look for the comments. I was trying to look through the comments to see if anybody else was going to have her back on this, and ain't nobody else had her back on this. They're like, yay, way to go. But nobody's even saying like, y'all did her dirty in this photo. She looked tired. She got a crown on. Her edges are crusty. They didn't even try to like.
Why are you doing her like that?
Because you know what I mean? Like, this is a big deal. Like, at least Photoshop a little bit, okay? Like, smooth her shit out a little bit.
What's the other photo look like? What's the second slide?
The second slide is a video I didn't even watch. Let's see.
Oh.
Let's see.
Okay, at least she looked good in the video.
Oh, okay. Well,
There she go.
they redeemed herself. But why they show them before?
Oh,
Ain't nobody- we didn't
hold
even
on. Go
see all
back.
that.
Go back to the photo. This looks like Revolt did this shit. Revolt, you ain't fucking right. Diddy.
I'm gonna say, is it Diddy?
Nigga, only a nigga would do some shit like this.
Is
Why
this
y'all put
Diddy?
this girl? Yeah, that's Diddy. Revolt TV is Diddy.
Let's
Come
see,
on,
I'm gonna
man.
put Diddy, you ain't right for this shit. I'm gonna put at Diddy. I mean, for being gay and all, you should have done more for her.
Well, he did say that Young Miami from Carisha Please is the next Oprah. So, and he said that she is going to be in the round of next billionaires that come out of hip hop. Which is, yeah, dang is right. Dang is, oh Lord Jesus, that movie, you just brought back a whole bunch of PTSD.
What do you think about this? So, Candace Owens is offering to pay her $18,000 restitution
Why?
for an interview.
Why? For an interview.
For an interview, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She said,
Still,
Carly, reach out to me. I'll pay you
Candace, bro.
$18,000 because I want to know why you did what you did. I want her to take it.
I want her ass to go to jail.
Well, she's
She
only
should
going
go
to do
to
a year.
jail. 1 year.
Yeah.
Like, come on. You wasted countless resources.
Yep.
And then you got people inspired to do ratchet hood movies about your life. Like the ghettoest horror film, thriller film I've ever fucking seen.
Oh, do that movie. Don't bring it back for me. Don't bring that movie. Let's see what this
That
video
movie was horrendous.
Let's see.
You lie. Why did you lie to the public? Why did you lie to the public, Carly? Where were you for those 49 hours, Carly? Carly, where were you for those 49 hours? Do you have anything to say to the community for lying to the community? Everyone was out there searching for you, Carly. Do you have anything to say? Mr. and Mrs. Russell, anything to say? Why did you lie on national TV? Why
Yeah.
did you lie on national TV? Did you lie? Why did you lie, Carly? Carly Russell, why did you lie? Jonathan Lee Rich is investigating. Why did you lie, Carly Russell? Why did you lie to the public? Why did you blame the white man? Why did you blame the white man?
Why did you blame the white man? Why did you blame the white man, Carly Russell?
Miss Russell, why did you grab my phone? Why did you lie, Carly?
Bruh.
Woo, she been putting away those Cheez-Its.
Wait a minute. Do you this was just posted 10 hours ago. Jada Pinkett Smith opens up about having sexual experiences with women. This bitch is gay.
See? See, now we do have to read the book.
I'm reading the book.
Yeah, we'll read the book.
Matter of fact, I'm going to purchase it right now.
I hate when you get me into this shit.
What? I'll get you into it.
Yeah.
Do you have Kindle?
No, I don't.
You got to get Kindle.
But I don't like to read books like that. I need to turn pages, so I have to order the book.
You're such a boomer.
Did y'all see, Suni, did you see this video of this chick who refused to get out of the car because her man took her to Cheesecake Factory?
I skipped that. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, can I play it?
That. Yeah. $14.99. Jada, you bugging.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
Wow.
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Okay.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah.
First of all, I just want to say this. You wearing some purple lipstick, okay? A dress from Fashion Nova, probably, and some accessories from Claire's. How you go bitch about him taking you to the Cheesecake Factory? Second of all, you know your ass was with this dude, and I can tell from the ceiling because he drives a Range Rover, okay? That's why you're mad, because you were after. He's Indian. He drives a Range Rover, and you thought you were hitting it big, and you got mad when he took you to the cheesecake factory.
So she really didn't get out the car.
Yeah, watch. I'll finish playing it so you can see.
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory. This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. Oh, okay.
Okay. So
yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date? Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. Look at, when you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I
At the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
That's it.
See, this is why Black women get the bad reps that they do. Why couldn't you just take the Cheesecake Factory? First of all, you look like a 2-bit hoe. You got on all them hot ass colors, the purple lipstick, your hot green ass shirt with your titties out. This is y'all's first date, and he looks like he's taking a prostitute out. Can we be honest? You look like a cheap whore.
Yep.
I'm not being rude. This lady looks, can you pull her up real quick and mute the video? You look like a cheap whore. Thank you. Claire Accessories. Talking about look at me with your titties out. Look at you. You look stupid. Need to be grateful that man is even willing to consider you. I guarantee you she's a baby mama terrorist. I bet you.
A baby mama terrorist.
Look at her. She got on the aviator shades that you can go get from freaking Rainbow.
Yeah.
Or Claire's. You got on hoop earrings.
Yeah.
Your braids are not fresh. You barely got fucking edges. You look to be a bit overweight.
Ooh.
And you're mad that you got to go to the Cheesecake Factory.
Which ain't bad. I like the Cheesecake Factory. Take me to the Cheesecake Factory.
The Cheesecake Factory is expensive to some folks, okay? Everybody can't pay $15, $13 for a plate.
Yeah.
And he don't even know you. Bro, look at this girl.
Attitude.
You're not even that cute.
She
You
said,
got fake eye. Bro, can you pause it? You got fake eyelashes on.
Yeah. She said, I expect to be courted. Okay.
Look,
courted.
Bro, that whole outfit cost $50. All of
Everything. Everything.
You went and got some of that shit from Walmart. That lipstick came from Walmart.
And look at this. Your
Look
makeup
at your
shade,
strap.
your makeup shade on your neck and your face don't match. You trying to be
Strap
blacker
hanging
than
off
you
for
actually.
dear life.
She's trying to. If the strap could talk, it'd be like, God damn.
That just made me mad. That was so ignorant.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is why people look at Black women the way they do. Because of stuff like this. Like, you're going viral for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
You could have just went on the date and just never saw the man again.
Yeah.
But you feel so entitled to get on social media and record him to try to embarrass him because he took you to the Cheesecake Factory. He probably he's Indian. All right. I'm gonna assume this is probably a pretty wealthy, well-off guy. He looks like he's got his shit together. That like look at his sunroof. I bet you they're in a fucking Tesla.
Yeah.
That's probably why she's
something.
so pissed off that he took her to fucking Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah. Exactly.
Should have
what did
taken
you
her ass to 7-Eleven.
What did you expect from a guy who wants to save money on gas, so he went electric? What did you think was going to happen? You know, I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Right.
Indian people are notoriously cheap. They make great livings, but they're notoriously cheap.
They're frugal.
Most people that have money actually are. There's I will probably say people who have new money spend it like crazy, but people who work really hard for their money are not as carelessly spending as you think they might be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, but this is how much I don't trust the internet anymore either. As I watch this now for the third time, I'm thinking in my head, see, this again could be two people that are like, oh, you want to go viral? Let's make a video and pretend like we went to the Cheesecake Factory. I didn't want to get out of the car. Like, this is how much I hate social media now, because I wouldn't even put it past people to create videos like this for the hope of going viral. You know?
That's true. Look, I just
Why
bought the
gotta be
book.
Monique.
Her name is Monique?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Why is it gotta be Monique?
Does she have how do you know? Is this her TikTok?
Monique. I can't.
Can you
read it
go
at
to
the
her
bottom.
TikTok? I want to see her TikTok.
MoniqueL Santos 09.
El Santos 09.
Monique L as in like Larry, not EL. MoniqueL L as in Larry, Santos 09.
I'm gonna go to TikTok real quick. I want to see if she's responded or if she's what you call it, repented. Because that video is ridiculous. Okay, I found her.
I found her too. Oh, she got 2 accounts. God damn. 98K followers?
From that video.
Oh Lord, her page. Oh Lord.
Wow. He's a bitch.
Yeah. You're looking at her bit at the 94K page.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
The lash says the lipstick scream Applebee's. Exactly. You look like, bro, hold on. Look at this bitch.
Oh wait, I'm gonna send you another. I'm gonna send you another video because it says this is the part we missed, and I sent it to you in WhatsApp.
What is it? The 6-minute video?
I don't know how many minutes it is, but
I got my book, guys.
oh,
Make
shit,
sure you go get yours.
She's serious. Hold on, let me pull it up.
We have to read it together.
Oh Lord, like a book club?
Like a book club. Oh my gosh. We already have a candle club. By the way, guys. Wild Orchid smells amazing. For a
Does it?
candle. Yes.
Oh wait, okay, hold on. Let's see what it says. Let's see what she be saying.
This is crazy. I can look at this bitch's titties. Look at that. And you wanted to, you rather he take
We're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
If you guys missed that, he said, so effectively you and I aren't right for each other, so I'm just gonna drop you off.
Yeah. I'm up.
So you just want to call it a night? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't there some kind of
This is a
compromise?
skit, bro. This is fake.
I think it is too. Because why would you post this? Why would she post this? I would have thrown this shit in the trash if this really happened to me.
Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Out the parking space.
If I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You're really leaving.
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that. I understand that I could have been a bit more cooperative. You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So
my God.
I'm sorry. We're dropping you off.
All right, whatever. Well,
maybe it's not fake.
I don't know.
I guess I understand. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Cause she quiet as shit now.
But again,
She
why
thought-
why would she post this on her page? Because she looks hella dumb.
I don't think she thinks she looks dumb. I think she thinks that the man is being sensitive.
Well, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, people do post stuff even when they look dumb because they know it'll go viral. That's how
Yeah.
desperate people are for viral.
He's not in any other post with her. It's just the people are doing this. Like she really, what is this?
Hold on, let me finish playing this while you examine her TikTok.
I understand where you're coming from.
Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my plan where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 p.m. Right? And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs
I understand.
for an hour. Right?
But I wasn't expecting for work to take me so long. I got home a little late.
What's wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? Right?
Okay, I guess that's the end of that.
That's hilarious. I mean, let me not say he's a bitch. He was just talking very nice to her. I wouldn't have drove her anywhere. I would have politely asked her to exit my vehicle,
Take
and
a
you
Uber.
can call yourself an Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have a good one. I'm not driving you back anywhere.
exactly. Bye bye.
Mm-mm. And then she had the nerve to think she was a whole baddie with them cheap ass aviators on. Bro.
People are funny, man.
I wear aviators, but at least mine are real. Like they're
You wear
real.
aviators? You probably
Yeah,
look
I
like,
like.
you probably look like the police with your aviators on.
No, I don't.
You probably look mean.
I also wear Ray-Bans. Ray-Bans are my favorite.
Wait, I don't have real aviators. Where are they? I
You've
got
seen
my-
me with my Ray-Bans on, the black ones.
like these.
See? Aviators.
These are not real though.
You could tell they're not real though.
Yeah.
They're loud, but you can tell.
You can?
Yeah. You can look at it and tell.
Suni
And the way they sound.
Oh yeah, they sound cheap.
Exactly. Glasses don't sound like that. That are real. Listen, she got them shits from Claire's, Walmart, Roses, one of the two.
Oh man.
Disrespectful bitch. I can't stand women like that, man.
Ooh, I look like a cop. Wait, do I have a cop hat in here? No, I don't.
Oh gosh, don't get her dressing up.
Y'all, I would be such a hot cop. I'm just saying right now. I would be a hot cop. Like I'd be like, excuse me, do you know how fast you were going? I couldn't even keep a straight face.
Why are you so weird, bro?
I couldn't even keep it. Excuse me. Do you know how fast you were going? Dude, I'm trying to be mean. I can't do it.
Because you're not mean.
I know.
You're not
But
mean.
I
You
feel like I
can't.
would kind of look cute in a little cop outfit.
Kinda.
You know, one time, so I used to have this neighbor across the street, and he's a cop. And one time we were doing a skit, and I was like, "Oh, I really need some handcuffs." And so I called him up, and I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your handcuffs?" I was like, "Hey, can I borrow your handcuffs and your hat?" And he was like, "Oh man," he's like, "I totally loaned it to you," but he's like, "I left it in my locker at work." And I was like, "Dang."
What?
Yeah, but he was gonna let me borrow his handcuffs.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Khan said I would let you search my car. No,
Wait,
you wouldn't.
she
What I
looks
am
completely different in this video
Show
versus
it.
her other videos on her page.
Well, because she switches up her wig. See,
No,
Cons,
her whole face is different.
show it. Cons, you wouldn't want me to search your car because what I am really good at is searching. Okay, Latinas, we know how to search. Okay, we're nosy as shit. You don't want us in your car.
Oh Lord. This is not the same woman. Look at her. And look at this woman.
But see, but we're seeing her with her sunglasses on. You know how people be looking different.
Watch her when she take them off.
Oh, that's right. She does take them off. Huh. So you're saying you don't think that's her in the video? You think this chick
No.
reposted somebody else?
I think this chick reposted it.
Oh.
Because that's not the same woman. I'm sorry, but this woman here, she's actually pretty. Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna do her like that. That ain't the same woman. Who is this woman? It says she refused to get out of the car because he took her. Okay, yeah. Who is this woman? I want to know who she is so we can
Sudi's
look
on the
at her
hunt.
ratchet page. Because I know she's got a ratchet page.
Sunni's on the hunt. Palestine, Israel, y'all have a little break. Sunni's on the hunt to find who this woman is.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back once we get some more information on these missiles.
She'll be back. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny.
Come on, somebody post her page, man.
Dude, if
Somebody
anybody
post her page.
if anybody in the comments is from California, is it true that California has now banned Skittles, Mountain Dew, Pediasure, Peeps, Little Bites, and Fruit by the Foot? Is that
What
true?
the fuck?
I just want to know. It says California has become the first U.S. state to outlaw the use of 4 potentially harmful food and drink additives that have been linked to an array of diseases, including cancer, and are already banned in dozens of countries. And that's what was on the list. Is this true? Somebody in California, can you all verify this? I'm going to share this. Y'all can see. The law won't be won't be implemented until 2027.
Monique is not this gold digger. That's what I thought.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry. I'm like finding who this lady really is.
You said Monique is not a gold digger. I was like, is this bitch talking shit and she thinks she's on mute? She talking shit about me talking about I'm a gold digger. She thought I was on mute.
Oh my God. Whatever.
Okay, so these things will be banned till 2027, so the companies have time to revise their recipes. They're just going to put another poisonous recipe in there.
What's poisonous?
I don't know. They're not saying. They're saying the California food prohibits the manufacture and distribution of sale of food and beverages that contain brominated vegetable oil, potassium bromate, propylparaben, and red dye 3, which can be found in candy, fruit, juice, cookies, and more.
Oh, about time. It's been in food, and now they want to ban everything.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just going. This is my little saved. This is my like when I come across stuff that I'm like, oh, we want to talk about this on the show. This is all it. And it's I never delete it. I never ever delete it.
Man, this lady, this is bothering me. I feel like I'm so close to finding her page.
Is it really? It's bothering you?
It is bothering me because it looks like a fucking skit. This doesn't look real. Like, where did she get this from, and why didn't she tag the person she stole it from?
Dude, did y'all see? Did you
What?
see Shannon Sharp's makeup, dude?
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my god, dude! I was watching. What is it that him and Chad do? Is it the After Party or After Dark, whatever their show is?
I don't know what they do.
Yo, that show that he does with Chad Ochocinco, I was dying. Okay, Shannon said, he said, man, he's like, I'm so black, I leave fingerprints on charcoal. And then he said, they got me out here looking like I was smoking on a tailpipe. I was like, dude,
What?
Stop. It was so funny. The makeup artist that did his makeup for the show, I guess she was like new and she applied like more makeup and a different product and had him looking crazy. Okay.
Maybe he'll learn to not put makeup on as a fucking man. I don't know.
Exactly. I'm surprised that they even put that much, because I've done makeup before, especially like on black men. You don't really do makeup on black men. You do powder to like get rid of like the shine, especially if they're very dark skinned. But like a full face of makeup, I would never.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's so funny. Anyways, I don't have anything else. Do you?
Nope. I'm trying to find this disgusting whore.
Oh my gosh, you really are. You really are on the case.
Yeah, you don't believe me? Look. I'm going every single video.
A peep into Suni's research.
I sure am. This is all you do when you research anyway. You sit here and read 1,000 different things.
Wait, that's her page? She posted the video that many times? Or you're looking at what other people are saying?
So the video is being remixed. The original video that the Monique Santos woman put out, it's just being remixed by all these people. And I'm hoping to find the original, but I don't see it.
Oh, gotcha. That's funny.
Disrespectful. I want to see her page so bad.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
I don't believe this shit is real. I don't. She's not even all that, and she's acting that crazy.
I know.
I don't know. I think some people understand their limitations and don't act out of character, and I just don't buy that this basic female really feels this confident to act crazy in a car with the man. I just don't see it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
She just doesn't give off those vibes that she has that much confidence to do that.
Yeah. I hear you. See how we look at things objectively and not just like But it took me 3 times, like really, to start questioning, like maybe this is a skit.
Yeah, because it's just you just look at her.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is gonna sound rude, but I don't care.
Okay.
I think that there's like a social hierarchy just in life naturally. And I think your looks definitely factor in to where you end up on the social hierarchy. Whatever you want to call it, scale, right? And she's, to me, that's not even a 4 or a 5.
Yeah.
So where did this confidence come from, and why do you have it? Like, where did it come from? You normally don't see those type of women act like that. You just don't see it.
But I mean, well, again, I still think it's fake, but I mean, could it be that she maybe thought he was a simp and she could like walk all over him based on previous interaction?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's that. Okay, you know what? That would be the only way I would consider this to be even remotely real, is if he was just that soft-spoken type of guy.
Yeah.
Because she just, something don't smell right. You don't pass the look test, ma'am.
Yeah.
And you're talking to this dude super reckless as if you're a whole 10 with options.
Yeah.
I don't buy it.
I don't know, dude. Like, It blows my mind how people, not just women, but like how people can be so rude and think that you can get away with being rude. You know what I mean? I would never behave that way. I would never behave like, even if I was in a situation where I felt like I had the right to be a certain way, I would do my best to like be as gracious as possible, even though I'm like upset or mad or whatever, or disappointed, just to get out of there and end the experience. But to be rude, I could never do that.
I mean, yeah.
Like, for instance, like when you went to
had
your
that mindset though.
no, but like when you went to your kid's school, right? You had every right to go into your kid's school when you were going to talk about the book, right?
Oh, yeah.
You had every right to go in there mad and an entitled parent because that's your child and you're there to like, you know, you could have gone in there and like let loose. But you were like, you know what? Let me go in there with the right state of mind because the goal is for her to listen to me and not get defensive, right? Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
See, this is where a bunch of like nuance could come in.
Mm-hmm.
If that lady hadn't previously been nice to me and respectful in my first interaction with her when this issue had come up, I probably would have. I would have. Because there was just like no rapport established and I was already like my emotions were heightened.
Yeah.
But because I knew she was a nice lady and at the end of the day, I know she's not calling the shots, right? She answers to somebody. I just went in there understanding. But I'll admit, I probably would have had a completely different attitude had it been a woman that I never interacted with.
True.
For sure.
True. Not like the lady at the Taco Bell drive-thru when she was hitting on your husband. Right? No, that's where you acted out of character.
Yeah, I did.
Suni with her aviator, she was like this. She was like sitting in her car to her husband's like, yeah, can I have like a bean burrito, blah, blah, blah. And then she pulls out the window and being super flirtatious with her husband. Suni said, excuse me. Who is you? She said. Hey, shout out to Emery. She's been quiet. Is she asleep?
Yes.
Wow. Go Emery.
She's getting used to it. She's getting better. She just has her moments. Emery is like, she's an only child. So it's so funny interacting with her. Because now she does this thing where she's like, when you're talking to her.
Yeah.
She knows. She's like, oh, I like that you're talking to me. I was reading a book to her and I was having her touch the animal fur and she's like, oh, just doing different things.
Yeah.
So now I know when she's playing me versus when she's just like, hey, I really just want to be picked up.
Right.
Like, can you hug me for a minute? She's funny, bro.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Kids are funny. When your kids grow up and then you get to like start over and you're watching someone else's child.
Yeah.
You pick up on so much that you missed in your own children.
Yeah.
That they do. She's funny though.
When I went to Colorado, I was visiting with some family and I got to meet my little nephew, Theo, who is 10 months old. And his mom, like, she's a first-time mom. So she's like super gentle with him and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, he's a boy, So she like drops him off and goes to work because the grandma watches Theo while the mom's at work. And Theo's like over there, like playing all nice with his toys. And I'm like, Theo, let's build like a fort, so we could destroy it. And I was like, yeah. And so like, we got all the Tupperware out of the counter and we were like building things up like super tall. And then I was like, blah, and I was like, destroy it, Theo, like push it down, like wreck it, and he was like, yeah. And Theo was like pushing everything down and he kept wanting me to like build it back up so he could push it back down. And I was like, that's what you do with boys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta teach them how to be aggressive and like, I can build this and I could destroy it.
Yep. They're so fun, man.
Yeah.
When they're not yours and they're young, they're fun. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I can give her back at the end of the day. So I can just like
do whatever
reset and be like, oh, here comes the baby. I'm gonna give you back at the end of the day though.
Yeah, I know. But it's funny, like first time moms, like she's so careful, like everything. There's like little pants and a shirt and booties and socks. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
as soon as Theo got there, I was like, let's take his diaper off, like let him walk around naked because he had a diaper rash. And
Yes.
so I was like, the cool air is gonna feel good on his butt. And so I was like, take him in the backyard and let him just kind of like walk around a little naked for a little bit while so his butt can breathe. He was loving it. Okay. He loved it. And my uncle Tony, he's like, oh man, he's like, if Alex saw you, Theo, outside in this like 65-degree weather, naked in the backyard, she's like, she would have a cow. And I'm like, well, she's not here. Don't leave your kids with Mo. That's what happens.
Don't leave your kids with Mo. 'Cause you're doing things that they're not supposed to be. And she'll be like, well, they're in my house. That sounds like my mother. They're here with me. And I'd be like, you know what? This is why they don't come over here. Because you want to do your own thing. Nope. Do you know how many people in real life that I interact with almost on a daily basis thought I was hiding my pregnancy?
Why? Because I started that rumor?
No, because I don't normally get out of the car when I pick my kids up. I usually park. If I do go outside in the morning, it's usually like a sweatshirt, something warm. It always is. And it's rare if I wear my clothes out. I just don't do that. So when I came and I had her in the car seat, this is my first time getting out of the car. All the moms were like, you look so good. I'm like, what? Oh my God. Like, when did this happen? I was like, this is not my child. Like, what? Like, bro, you guys saw me all through this.
They don't see they don't ever see the mom dropping the baby off and picking the baby up.
No, because she's always with me. Everybody thinks she's mine. But no, I didn't hide my pregnancy. That's funny. People on the internet and people who know me are saying this. I was just like, bro, I just saw you probably like last month, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
You didn't see a baby.
Well, I mean, you could be,
Where did
like
she
some people
mysteriously
don't
come
show. Some people don't show at all.
It was just funny. It just goes to show how much people don't pay attention. They're just going with life,
which is a bad thing.
They're just going. Like,
yeah.
Our kids played together most of the summer. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Look at that. He's like, I didn't ask because I thought you kept it a secret. People are so funny.
I cannot have any more children.
It didn't help that like there was that prank that, remember, you tried to pull on me with the pregnancy test, and then I tried to pull it on everybody else. Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't help.
It's all right though.
Yeah.
I get to babysit a baby for a year and some change, and this is my fix. I don't ever have baby fever, but I miss my kids being little.
Yeah. I get baby fever for other people's babies. I don't get baby fever to have a baby. Like, I love other people's babies. And now that I saw like my Aunt G, like her first time grandma experience, I'm like, oh, I can't wait like till that's me. And my kids will bring over their kids, and I get to be like that grandma that that they're like reaching for, and they're like, the little baby was like, Gigi. I was like, oh, I want to be a Gigi. And then give them back. You know what I mean? And then give them back. That's the best part.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
How old is Gabby?
22.
And how old are you?
I'm 46.
Yeah. So my mom was your age when she became a grandma.
Yeah.
And she's always like, you made me a young grandma. Like, I had a baby when I was supposed to.
Yeah.
That's the time you're supposed to do it.
Exactly. I'm glad I had a baby then.
Yeah. I hope my kids do the same thing.
When I had the energy for the
baby. Dude, because you don't have it anymore.
Or the
like
patience.
once your kids are older, and especially when it's not your child, there's more that I can not ignore. But there's certain things where I know she's just whining.
Yeah.
And I don't need to immediately get up and react. Versus my kids, I had all the energy and like the willpower in the world to go constantly see why they were crying or what was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
With her, I'm just like, all right, you good.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
That patience.
I know.
Yeah, that patience is just like, I fed you. You're not dirty. You're
Yeah.
not broken. What's wrong?
Yeah.
I think you just go into problem solving mode
Yeah.
when your kids are older at that point.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned the baby had a rash, and I said to his mom, I was like, because she's like, I don't understand. I'm putting like the butt paste like really thick, and then like it wears off really quick. And I said, well, put some cornstarch on his butt, because cornstarch is
dry it
a
out.
thickener. It'll dry it out because moisture is what's causing the rash. And she was
Yeah.
like, can you do that? I said, why wouldn't you be able to do that?
Same
was like,
thing here.
does it kill you if you put cornstarch anywhere? No. I said, go look on the ingredients of most of the stuff you're putting on your kid, and cornstarch is in a lot of stuff, I'm like,
Yeah.
of course you could do that. But yeah, when you're a mom, you just like,
Especially now, dude. Especially now. Moms nowadays
Yeah.
read way too much.
oh yes. Mm-hmm.
And they're like, they're going to create a softer generation and a more
Mhm.
entitled generation
Mm-hmm.
than this one, I believe, because there's so much information. And I'm not saying that I'm agreeing with you on this point. There's just too much information that's out there, and people
Yeah.
are grasping to every single thing.
Yeah.
And they're not even rationally thinking.
Yeah.
They just like don't think through these things.
Yeah. Especially like before you have a baby, you're reading so much and taking in so much, and you're already like assuming your baby is going to be a certain way based on what other parents are telling you or like the
Exactly.
books are telling you versus what your baby tells you when they're born. Because
Yeah.
your baby will tell you what they need as far as like when they're hungry and when they,
Mhm.
they're tired. Like they're going to give you all those clues. You just have to pay attention. But if you force a baby to be like, well, the book says you have to be on this type of schedule and you have to do this
Yep.
type of, yeah, it's crazy.
You don't. Every kid is different. They all respond differently.
Yeah.
They think I'm the baby whisperer. It's so funny. She's like, what? What do you do?
Yeah.
Turn on a lullaby, give her bottle, prop it up,
Yeah.
and she's good.
Yeah.
She's like, she didn't want to do self-soothing. I told you, me and Mo would talk about these things. I'm like, bro, you have to self-soothe.
You have to.
This little girl is going to drive me crazy if all
Yeah.
she's doing is crying here, because that's all she did, y'all.
Yeah.
For the first week, that is all she did. Nothing I would do satisfied her, because she was constantly looking for a nipple.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have this. You gotta calm down.
Remember when we got off air last week and you were like holding her and you like faced her away from you and she was like, eh, and then you faced her back and she's like, ha 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 ha. Like she literally just wants to see Sudi's face. It's the funniest thing. It's
He's
so
a
funny.
trip, man.
Yeah.
Like, right, and she's asleep right now. It's awesome to watch little kids grow up. It really is. It
Yeah.
puts your life into perspective. Once when you really pay attention to your kids and you're attached to them,
Yep.
it puts life in perspective. You make decisions differently, you think different, you move different. I don't understand how anybody can choose to just willingly go get rid of something like that.
Yeah, I know.
When you look at them, what they grow up to be.
Yeah. It's so true. Man, when I saw those Collins kids, the ones that have all the damn kids, like 10 kids, those
Yeah.
kids are so stinking cute. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I saw the video.
Oh
look
my
at who's
God.
walking up. We'll be right
Oh,
back.
speaking of which, let me show y'all while I so this is the Collins kids, okay? They are so cute, you guys. The cutest kids. They had me and the mom, this is the mom right here and the dad's right back here. Their kids were so well behaved, okay? Like they literally were like standing there very quietly. They walked together like I think in like groups of 4. I don't know if that's what they're instructed to do, stay kind of in groups together. But you see like the older ones taking care of the younger ones. And then they were also helping to take care of some of Tyson James' kids that were there because he has 5 kids. They had me thinking I could have had 10 kids if I was, still in baby making years. the way that she talks about having kids. She's just like, I'll be done having kids when God tells me I'm done having kids. And that's that. So she's just going to keep having kids. It's amazing. These kids are gorgeous. I mean, look at the coloring. Beautiful blue eyes, beautiful, like this blondish caramel hair, the skin. Oh my God, like beautiful. Anyways, I'm fans of the Collins kids for sure. For sure. And they look so cute at the wedding. This was them at the wedding right here. That right there. That's what they all look like at the wedding. They all came in these cute little outfits and stuff. So, hey, little Emery.
She's got an attitude. I don't know why.
Look at her. She's like, I just want to stare up at you. She looks mad.
She just woke up.
When they lay like that. See?
Girl.
Because I love that when they lay like that. Oh, she wants to make eye contact. Look at her. She wants to make eye contact with you. Here she is.
You just want to be a busybody. Babies wake up on 10, bro. How?
Well, because they wake up with dirty diapers and empty bellies. Anyway.
Bye-bye. Tell them bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hi, Emery. Bye.
Bye-bye. Don't have kids.
Have kids, just have them when you're married.
Yeah, have them when you're married, please.
Yeah, have them when
And
you're
make sure you know the person you're having kids with before you have kids with them.
Yes.
Okay. Stop creating broken homes.
Like the Little Mermaid, Halle Bailey. What's her name? Halle Bailey.
Yes.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
She's a baby mama.
Out of wedlock.
She's a baby mama. You think you think DDG will marry her?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really know much about the relationship. Maybe, hopefully, but that don't mean nothing. They did it backwards. You should have got married first and then had the baby.
Ow! Okay, come on now. What you doing, cuz? What you doing, cuz?
She thought that was funny. Her little dimples. Oh, I want to be a grandma. Gabby, you better not if you're listening. Just because I said that.
I want to be a grandma. Then you said, Gabby.
But when you get married, I want to be a grandma. Don't make me wait.
Tell everybody bye-bye. We'll see you guys Friday. Actually, no, we won't.
No, we won't.
Oh,
we're gonna
got gymnastics and soccer and flag football all in one day.
Do we need to look at moving our Friday show to a different day?
Yes, I think we should move it a day up, day early.
So Thursday.
Yes.
My Thursday. My Thursday, your Friday. Yes.
We could talk about it offline. Hold on.
Okay.
I got to look at the schedule.
All right, guys. We'll talk about it offline. Call me tomorrow because I gotta go walk my dogs because they're over here like hassling me. But call me tomorrow and we'll talk about the show.
Okay.
All
Bye,
right.
guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bye, guys. See ya.
They say that something's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't